We finna open up for Q&A.
Tester.
We finna open up for Bible Q&A. We ask that the sisters cover their heads, brothers uncover their heads, um, and we gonna face Jerusalem and open up for Bible Q&A.
Our Father which art in heaven,
Our Father which art in heaven,
hallowed be thy name.
hallowed be thy name.
Thy kingdom come,
Thy kingdom come.
thy will be done
Thy will be done
in earth
in earth
as it is in heaven.
as it is in heaven.
And give us this day
Give us this day
our daily bread,
our daily bread,
and forgive us our
and
debts
forgive us our debt
as we forgive our debtors.
as we forgive our debtors.
And lead us not into temptation,
And lead us not into temptation,
but deliver us from evil.
but deliver us from evil.
For thine is the
For
kingdom,
thine is the kingdom,
and the power,
and the power,
and the glory,
and the glory,
forever.
forever.
In Jesus' name we pray.
In Jesus' name we pray.
Amen.
Amen. And shoot, we can continue. We continue the conversation. You know what I mean? But yeah, though, bruh, that mind, boy. You know, it's kind of like I'm trying to think. It wasn't really a mass majority of people like that we could read of within the Bible. You know, as far as in just having like ailments like that with their mental. You know what I mean? I think I was telling the brother like all of that all don't be by the devil. You know what I mean? Like we know, some sicknesses, be of the devil, but all of that don't. You know what I mean? Like, we talking about, people with dementia. That ain't that ain't always of the devil.
Oh wow.
You know what I mean? Like that's, 'cause
I just always thought it was because I thought
nah, 'cause I mean people get sick. You know what I mean? Especially when we talking about age.
it's just the Lord allows it.
Yeah,
The
because
condition or whatever.
that's why that First Corinthians 15 talking about the body. You know what I mean? Talking about how the body be going through all type of changes the older you get. You know, like look at Isaac. Look at how Jacob then was dealing with Isaac. You know what I mean? Like, and
My
Isaac,
boy went out kind of like that too. One on with the eyes was like went out.
Isaac,
Yeah.
Isaac. You know what I mean? Like he was able to convince his dad that he was Esau, but
Daddy couldn't see him.
daddy couldn't see him. You know what I mean? Daddy could, So it's like you do have ailments that we ain't really gotta go read it, but you do have ailments that the body
With the breaking
it,
down
it,
of the
it comes
body.
down with that's why the Lord be talking about trying to teach the word when you hit 50 years old. Boy, that's a wrap. You a little too late. You know what I mean? Because that mind, the mind sometimes you may be set in your ways. You may not want to put new wine in an old bottle. You know what I mean? So, but what the Lord doing with Brother Bowie, boy, that's amazing, bro. You know what I mean? For Brother Bowie to be 83 years old, still teach the word as if like he a young man, just with the energy he be having when he get to going. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? So that's all God. You know what I mean? But in most cases, man, people that get aged, man, that stuff come along with the territory. It don't always be the devil, bro. Nah, nah, nah,
Praise the Lord.
nah. Yeah, man.
I
Cause
mean, just cause I mean, yo,
yeah, people. You know what I mean? Like think about, you know, the child that was born blind.
right, yup, and they was
You
thinking,
know what I mean?
yup,
It was like, man, who sinned, the
yeah,
father or the mother?
right,
You know what I mean? Jesus was like, nah, but we just gonna show you the power of God.
right.
So, within that, man, it ain't always, for the most part, people's sicknesses be of the devil.
Right.
So, but I saw my mom real quick on Sunday because I had took a computer to my brother from to look at, and I ran it in. I was on my way to Texas, but I shot it in, hugged my mama, and it's crazy that like she 89. She still eyes lit up when she saw me. That's my baby boy. You know what I
Knew that
mean?
was you.
Yep, she knew it was me, bro. Like, where the kids at? I'm like, Ma, I had to come over here real quick. I ain't got nobody with me. I'm in the big truck out there. She was like, okay. She like, okay. You know what I mean? But I just look at it. I'm like, wow. This the woman that used to take care of me. Now she look like a little baby, bruh. You know what I mean? They go backwards when they get that age. They go back into being a baby, bruh. Like she, ain't got no teeth. Like looking just like a baby. Skin all smooth. You know what I mean? Like, the hair ain't full no more. So it's like I'm looking, I'm like, wow. So but yeah though, man, like, nah, it don't always be saying.
That's why the Bible tells us to serve God and not you too.
Yup,
Ecclesiastes 12,
yup,
17, go back to the grind. The
yup.
grinders ain't even grinding like they should no
Exactly.
more.
Exactly. Cause it's gonna be hard. You know what I mean? Like when you try to call yourself dealing with the Lord, 60, 70 years old, well, that's gonna be a hard transition. Especially if you've been accustomed to a lifestyle for 60 to 70 years, like it's gonna be a tough task. Not only that, God might not always be on your mind with serving Him how we see is written. So you might it might not even be a thing of importance.
That serious to
You know what I mean? It might
you.
not be that serious. You might just you know, man, I can eat this. You know what I mean? Like it ain't doing me no harm.
Yo, man.
Yeah, so that's why he say, boy, hey, in your youth, cause it's like, in a sense, but that's when that wisdom kick in because you're afraid of somebody that you can't see. So he say the beginning of your wisdom is to fear the Lord. So it's like, so it's good to get on board with the Lord. And again,
That's when you really open your mind to being like, okay, you gotta do this,
yeah,
no matter what the
yeah,
circumstances is.
yeah. And then depends on the case by case. You know what
But
I
I
mean?
think one thing we all that's doing this got in common is
Yeah,
you gotta do this.
gotta do it.
If you don't do this, well, you in um, fear of the judgment.
You are.
You know that, like,
Yep.
like because I believe that maybe with a lot of our parents and older, siblings may be thinking with this. I mean, I've been, living this
I've
long. You
been
really tell me I can't eat the catfish?
exactly.
You really mean to tell me all the year we done fed, boy, we done fed you this stuff, we done ate it.
Yep.
I just ate it earlier than week, and you mean to tell me I ain't supposed to be doing it? The Lord gonna really hold me to the fire for that?
Yep. Yep.
That
That
I
that
guess
be
that, like you said, the seriousness of it in that mind ain't there.
ain't really there. You know what I mean? You ain't got that fire in you like that. At that point you just cruising. You know what I mean? Like you just cruising. So you gonna go with the routine of how you been serving God. You know. So
But
yeah, man.
still, he gonna judge.
Yeah, yeah. He
He
gonna
gonna judge you
he gonna he
righteous.
gonna yeah he gonna have mercy on who he have mercy on.
So
You know
yeah,
what I mean?
yeah,
But yeah, he fair.
it's tough.
You know what I mean? He definitely fair, man. You know, definitely fair, bro. I was looking back at some old videos, bro, and just wrapping it up with Nate. I was like, dang, boy, me and that Jay really go way back, bro. I'm talking about I'm talking about way back. But then, the people that was way back there with us then, I just been calling around asking people, man, where they at? They still dealing with the word? They still around? Not all of them, bro. Not all of them. So it's like,
Probably more that's not than more that are.
yeah,
Yeah.
yep, yep. But yeah, bro. It's just, you know, it's with this word, bro. We gotta hold on. Yep, we definitely, cause like, what else we got? You know what I mean? Like we ain't. Go, 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 go. But you did it though.
What you do that, Judah?
You did that to yourself. Go out there. Go ahead. Look who out there with us. That ASAP.
What?
Yeah. He had just linked.
What?
He had just met us,
Okay.
and he
So
got a he
no
got
wonder ASAP cool like that. ASAP like he don't seem like he.
yeah yeah
ASAP cool, but
yeah.
ASAP
That was
cool.
before he started really going to IOG
How
too
she
tough.
like that?
He was going there, but yeah, like we was already out there.
But he knew he had to preach that word though.
Yeah,
He knew he had to preach that
yeah,
word. Okay.
yeah, yep, yeah,
Okay.
yep, yep,
Our boy, fire rockets then with that word. Well,
yeah.
wide on with it, getting
Wide
everybody to
open,
be with
wide
that
open, right at the
word.
storefront in Atlanta.
America find that. Y'all knew them folk.
Nah,
Y'all didn't know them.
nah. We was just out front, bro. Posted up. Got
I
the Bible, the
see.
bullhorn.
Who is that? Who is that? Is
This is,
that just sister that listening by?
yeah, that's sister that's listening.
Hey,
Oh, grab that one right there, bro. I ain't even get one
14
for it.
years
Nah, the other one.
teaching the gospel in the street. African Hamite can't grow his beard.
Yep.
Teaching brothers and sisters the truth who they are.
Yeah, but boy, you know what I mean? Like ASAP still with it. You know
Yes,
what I
sir.
mean?
Yes,
That's what I'm
sir.
saying. So
Yeah. Yeah, he
that's
knew he. Yeah.
I can show you some videos where brothers was back there with us back then, real strong. Yeah, brother named Chris, man.
So why
Yeah.
is that way it is? I would have
Um.
thought because he's
Um.
just cool from like.
See, because we ain't have no location out here first. It wasn't no ICO
So
there.
and that was the thing. Everybody was
Yeah.
trying to get to that location.
Yeah.
Everybody wanted that. But
Yeah.
that was just what everybody wanted.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
So it's kind of like whoever came first.
Yep. Look at that.
Oh, that's when they got baptized.
Yep. Look at little Nate.
Wow.
Yep. And then his wife
Little
next.
Nate. Okay.
Yep.
Straight up.
Yeah. Yeah.
That
They traveled down here to Jayville.
one-
Yep. What you got on Sanel?
Hold on, real quick. So that way they real true trooper. Huh?
Yeah.
That's why I lied to you. Like, boy,
And these the first Bible and Plain Views right here.
that when him and JD were going in with it.
Yeah. Me.
Yeah.
All three of us.
Andre, yeah. I seen some of yours with that one on it. Yeah,
Yeah.
that was from a minute ago.
A minute ago. Look who ring. Lil Nate. That joker. That joke. I was looking at this. I was just looking at this throughout the week. I was like, damn, boy, this time don't went by, bruh. Yeah, time went by. So that's why we could see, we could see this thing wrapping up. You know what I mean? Like we could really start looking at how this thing is finna wrap up, bro.
So Lil Nate ain't just been just sitting on the way, like sitting on the
Oh
sideline.
nah. Well, Lil Nate was out there. Lil Nate was out there in the streets with us
Yeah,
reading.
yeah. So
You know?
he very accustomed
Yeah.
to what's going on. And
Yeah.
know, yeah.
Yeah.
Cause I
Like he.
remember he did a lesson on Bible and Plainview maybe like a year ago.
Okay.
And then I heard like he just felt like that went his lane or whatever. But
Right.
he
Right.
rolled out on it though. It was straight book. It was like
Yeah.
it was
And
good
he'll,
word.
and he'll get to it.
Yeah, he
He
will.
just young. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? He, you know,
Family now, kids
new
and
a
stuff.
new husband,
Yeah,
kids.
yeah.
So
Get
he'll
adjusted
get
to
he'll
that.
get adjusted and acclimated because it is for him.
Yeah,
It's for all of us.
yeah,
You know what I mean? We just got to put the shoes on.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah, he ain't got no choice. So he'll get acclimated to it. But he been on the front line. Like that's how I met Nate. They was in the front of American Deli. Nate was reading. I meant teaching while little Nate was reading, and then Chris was reading.
Chris who?
You don't know.
I don't know him.
Nah, you don't know. I'll show
You
you.
ain't talking about Chris that used to sing. Okay.
Who? Nah. No. This him
Lil
right.
Nate.
That's him right there. Look at what we. Look at what we. That's Chris right there though. Who? Yeah. That's the other side of Atlanta. That's where we was all over in Atlanta, boy. In the hood. Nah, we was in the hoods though. We went to the hoods. Like we went in the hood giving people sandwiches, bruh.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? This right over here by the Martin Luther King statue. Over there, going down near the where the Falcons play at.
Okay.
But yeah, bro.
Benz down that
Yeah,
area,
yeah,
Turner
yeah,
Field
yeah,
area
yeah,
down there.
yeah. This that area over there. It's the hood.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that's the
Man.
McDonald's. If like it's a road right there, you make that right, it's gonna take you right to Mercedes Benz.
Okay.
Yeah, that's your feet right there. You yeah, that's
He's
him
the
right.
one
Yeah, yeah, that's him right
yeah.
there. Yeah, bro. But I used to jump off from work. I used to jump straight off from work
And go get in the word.
and go get it in. Where we at, bro? He hit me up. Hey man, we want to hit the streets. I'm like, let's do it. Then he'll let me know where we at. I pull right up with the light on back of the Tundra, jump out, direct TV clothes on and everything.
These random brothers right here.
Random brothers, they just come up. Because he got the signs laying on the sidewalk. So that's already going to pull attraction.
He had a reader. He make it like conversation, like
Yep.
but had a reader as he walked through whatever he talking about.
Yep.
You don't think that's the way no more though?
Yeah, that's a way.
Do it like out on the street still.
Yeah, it's many ways to it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Israel, we like signs, bro. We draw into sign. We seek out the sign. You know what I mean? So we like the tangible things. Then you got some that don't like to be talked at. They like to be talked to. So it's different approaches, but nah, that's still a good way.
Yeah.
What you got though, Sanel?
Okay. Um, First of all, I got three different questions, but all these came up last night around 3 o'clock in the morning. I mean, when I jumped up and started writing these. The first one is does the Bible speak on like demonic algorithms?
You said demonic algorithms?
Algorithms.
Algorithms. Like what we be seeing on YouTube. Like if you Google
Like
something.
like in a whole. Yeah, exactly. Like in a whole, as a
Okay.
whole,
Okay. You said does demonic spirits what now?
Over that, as far as like any indication towards that would be like dealing with these times. You know what I mean?
Okay. Does the Bible cover? Say it one more time.
Does the Bible speak on demonic algorithms?
Demonic algorithms. Does the
Yeah.
Bible speak on demonic algorithms?
Right.
Now, would those algorithms be of
Well, just in general.
an individual, or
No, in
would
general. All the way around the board, like in general.
in general? So, because you say demonic, okay, okay. So you not saying like a algorithm that's Satan himself. You know what I mean? Moving through algorithms. You, are you saying that?
Basically, dealing with Satan. Well, yeah, we talking about Satan overall.
Right, right.
You know what I
Demonic
mean?
Satan. Yeah.
So I mean, yeah, like dealing with people and things. You know, like
Oh, so we talking more so about people.
yeah, like Satan dealing with people with algorithms and things. Do the Bible cover any of that? Like, you know?
Okay. That it is. It's
Yeah,
throwing me off.
too. I'm trying to understand.
Yeah,
I'm
because
looking
I
up.
get what algorithm is, but when you say a demonic algorithm,
So
is
the
is it the algorithm of the demonic?
Well, the way Satan would like we get a
Y'all get off them
conversation,
stairs
like, the way Satan
playing.
would
Give
like
an
you know,
example. Like, are you meaning like if I was to like Google something
yeah,
then
yeah, that's what you're saying, yeah.
and now all my Facebook or my
Yeah,
Instagram
but I'm saying,
is showing me
like out of let's say offline, so to speak.
offline,
Yeah,
just saying like in your person, like dealing with people.
yeah,
Okay,
Like-
like does the Bible talk about demonic algorithms as far as like you, like your face-to-face encounters with people on a daily basis?
right,
Okay, like could that be a real thing in real life?
right. Like, do the Bible speak on stuff like
The
that?
Bible
Yeah.
talk about that.
Yeah.
Okay, are you basically saying like, can you have encounters with the devil constantly? All the people you running into are like demonic.
Right. You
Okay,
know,
and does the Bible
right.
back
Do they
that
speak on
up?
that? Yeah, did they
Is
back
that a
that up?
spiritual thing?
Right. It's a spiritual warfare type thing, you know.
Oh yeah.
Right. Because, you know, like you constantly, say if you constantly run into the same person every day, you know what I mean?
Or you get rid of this one friend.
Right, and another
then
one pop up,
yeah.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, things, it's just basically, I'm just saying.
Cycles.
Yeah, cycles, basically, right.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, I get you now. Nah, it wasn't. I'm just trying to think of something. Cam probably already got something, but um
You in the Gospels so well.
yeah, it was a script that just came right to my mind about how the devil. Dang, how I said I can't. I
I
can't.
talking about that when I was when I was looking at when
What?
the unclean spirit and gone.
Oh, we could look at that too. But I was. It's how the devil buffets you. Um, yeah, we could look at that whenever, whatever you get up, Hebrew. But
You talking about what you're talking about is over there in Corinthians, Paul said, you're not talking about that one. I don't think you're talking about that one. Paul
No,
said the Lord gave him the buffet. Okay, no.
no, it's I can't even think of how it's phrased either. Like the Satan kind of the Lord allows Satan to get at you, something like that.
So, Sanel, can you kind of give like a little context on where that question came from? Like maybe like what's an
Hey,
example that
hey,
come
y'all
to
got to
your
keep
mind?
it down off them stairs, Micah. You the oldest over there, so you should be able to control that, okay? So won't y'all go in the lobby area and turn the TV on and y'all put VeggieTales on. And y'all need to make
Too
sure
good to
y'all
be
doing
true.
y'all need to make sure y'all doing just that. Now what you was saying, he said you was finna get you was finna get the context.
Basing that off of, I was basically basing off of patterns. You know what I mean?
You said patterns?
Yeah, like seeing like fluent patterns, like consistency. Dealing with individuals, certain places, people. Like the patterns. Consistently.
Can you give him the mic? You give him the mic. Or can we get another let me get nah, hold on, I'm finna get another mic. So you ain't gotta be walking. We gonna we gonna pres- we gonna preserve your legs. Huh?
Yeah, that's a good question though. But that's a good question. I know what my mind thinking, but it might not be on that. It might not answer, but
Oh, where that battery go?
what my mind thinking when you said that.
You said the
You know, you know
patterns.
that story about when the unclean spirit gone out of a man, you don't tighten up or you continue. From when you
There
giving
you
that
go,
little
boss.
contact, when you don't keep
Okay,
that.
so what I was saying is like, so if Satan's after you, right? He got permission to be after you, right? So then anything's fair game. Like, okay, so you can get a strange phone call, right? And you're like, man, that was weird. Then you walk to the store, somebody say something off the wall to you. All that's possible. It's all possible. You know what I'm saying?
Say that again. Somebody might say something.
Okay, so now that gives a little bit more context. I guess he's asking, is there some biblical background to things happening like that? Like,
Like where you had a phone call and the person wasn't even.
yeah,
You've experienced some things. You experienced things like far as and you've been on a phone call, and the person. And I'm just saying, just as the example you're using, the person you walk up the street to the store and the person wasn't even nowhere near the phone call, but he.
yeah.
Right. So then that went that then that'll change up the question
Question.
then. Right, right. So, right, okay. So, it's really more so seeing like some, I think like the sister said, stuff that happened by coincidence. Or is this another question? It's the same thing. So coincidence. Well, me personally, I don't believe in coincidence. I believe that everything happened. They supposed to happen the way they happen. You know what I mean? Especially if we got God involved in it. Um, bro, I'm just having a brain freeze right now. Like I can't say it again. You said, do we have? Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, he asked. You want to ask your question again? I think his question. I think his question is, do um man, can you answer?
I think the question might be is he was talking about like coincidences. He was saying like sometimes he have these situations where he might go to the gas station, somebody say something to him, then when he leave the gas station, he might get a phone call, and it's kind of talking about the same thing, you know. So I would think he's asking like, is that tied to the spiritual? Like, is that a spiritual thing? Like he know it ain't no such thing as coincidence. He know that that's it's meant to happen. The Lord has allowed it. What he's trying to figure out, I would think, is if that's a spiritual thing. Like, is it something in the Bible that lets us know about that? So I would think that it's just all summed up into spiritual warfare. It's just all with the Lord allowing the devil to move and be in control of these kingdoms and in control of like the airwaves and all of this. Like, it just made me think about it. Go over there to James, bro. And it's just me what I think of when he says this and kind of gives a little bit more character on this. A little bit more background on it. I think of this right here, James chapter, uh, James 5. First Peter 5. I'm sorry. First Peter 5. That's what I meant. First Peter 5. And this is kind of what um, Peter was telling us. First Peter 5 and verse First Peter 5 and verse 8. First Peter 5 and verse 8. Go ahead, bro.
Be sober,
Uh-huh.
be vigilant,
Uh-huh.
because your adversary, the devil,
Mm-hmm.
as a roaring lion,
Uh-huh.
walk about
Uh-huh.
seeking whom he may devour.
And I think that's really what it is. It's not coincidences when you having these dreams, like and even with dreams, the Bible talks about dreams as well. Like that can just come from business affairs or things that you dealing with on the daily. But like coincidences, it made me think about this. Like when it talks about how the devil, he's in control of these kingdoms. So like he walking about trying to get the saints and those of us that call ourselves Christian. The Lord is allowing him to send these tests our way. Like it don't be coincidences. What we be dealing with in the negative light or in the positive light. But I think he was more. Correct me if I'm wrong. More so talking about just weird things that be happening and things that be popping up. So I think that this is what the Lord is allowing to happen. He had Peter to write this that, hey, be sober, be vigilant, be on alert, because the devil, our adversary as a roaring lion, he walking about seeking whom he may devour. He trying to
Draw you in.
He trying to draw us in. Go over there to James now, bro, real quick. James 1. James 1. And I think this is what
Holy
it's really all
Spirit.
about. It's about them temptations, man. It's about our temptations, our own lust, our own things that we battling against. And it's not no coincidence. It's really like trying to draw us back into sin. It's trying to draw us back into sin. Look at this. James 1 and verse 12, bro. When you get that, go ahead. Read that.
Blessed is the man that endure temptation.
Uh-huh.
For when he is tried.
So for when he is tried, so when we are tried, like letting us know, like, hey, we gonna be tried. When you are tried, what's gonna happen?
he shall receive the crown of life,
Uh-huh.
which the Lord hath promised to him that love
Verse
him.
13.
Let no man say when he is tempted,
Uh-huh.
I am tempted of God.
Uh-huh.
For God cannot be tempted with evil,
Uh-huh.
neither tempt he any man.
Verse 14.
But every man is tempted
Uh-huh.
when he is drawn away of his own lust
Uh-huh.
and enticed.
And entice or trick, you know what I'm saying? When you battling with these things or whatever the case may be, you know. But I think that the Lord is allowing the devil to do his job, you know. So it don't really be no coincidence, and I mean it's like it's just the devil on his job, you know.
You know, your algorithm.
Yeah. Yeah. So, and that algorithm is just basically just like on the phone. Your algorithm is coming from things you are looking up. You know, things you are looking up. Just like now that most of our phones have the Siri. So we talking about this stuff, and I go jump on Facebook, it's popping up. Me and bro talking about the Popeye chicken sandwich. You know, now I'm starting to see ads about this chicken sandwich. You know what I'm saying? Things I'm Googling. You know,
It's
I might
crazy
yeah,
too, bro.
it's like things I'm Googling. You know,
Like
yeah.
You can come you can come in contact with somebody, let's say in a grocery store, and then next thing you see, you got a friend request, or you might know this. I'm like, I just seen this person and probably spoke with them for the first time ever in my life, but now I look on my Facebook and these, I'll be like, yeah, that's. But then I'm saying to myself, like, the telecommunications, they all got to be bridged together. But
Absolutely. Yep. Let's read that. Luke 22 and verse 31. That's a good one, sir.
22.
22. I think it's that third one. Yeah. Yup. 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 Pick it up at verse 31, bro. Yup. 31 to 32. Yup. Go ahead.
And the Lord said, Simon, Simon, behold, Satan have desired to have you that he may sift you as wheat.
Uh-huh.
But I have prayed for thee that thy faith fail not, and when thou art converted, strengthen thy brethren.
So Satan is desiring to get us. Like even I mean, you know, he just out to get us. And like DeMarcus said, he know our algorithm. He know how we move based on what we do. I think y'all had that discussion before in here about can Satan read your mind, you know. Yeah. But and for me, I think it's based on what you do. Because we can't put him on the same level as God.
Nah, we
Talking
can't.
about reading your mind. Nah, he's looking at our actions, and he figuring out that plan based on them actions.
What is that? Yeah, you turn your mic off, son, Simeon. He handing it to you.
Because even if you keep reading about Simon, he was telling the Lord, like, hey, man, I'm ready to go with you and do all this for you. But then Lord was like, all right, well, we're going to put that to the test and see. You know, so that's what Satan looking at too. Like, we be making all these promises. We be saying we're going to do this and that. But when it get to the nitty gritty, we don't do it. So he like, okay, Lord, let me try him with this. He said he was going to be able to do all this now, Lord. So it's just simple as that. And I think that's how those interactions with people and things just be happening like that because, yeah, you know, Saint working behind the scenes with all of that.
And look at what he said in that verse 32, though. He said,
I
but I have prayed for thee that thy faith fail not. And when thou art converted, strengthen thy brother. So it's like, in some cases, boy, your faith can fall. You know, how often the devil be trying to sift you. It's like eventually you can give in to it. But Jesus talking about Hey man, he prayed that your faith fail not. You know, so
Basically, attack at your faith, pretty much.
oh yeah, he trying to get you to flip like how he tried to flip Job. Yeah. He trying to prove you wrong before God. Man, this guy just talking. You know, I'm finna show him, Lord. And like in some cases, the Lord gonna let him do it.
Right.
You know what I mean? To like really see what you made of. So, and a lot of that stuff be like it just said in that verse 32. You know what I mean? To really strengthen your faith. Yup. So,
Go over to Ephesians chapter 6 real
yup.
quick, bro.
I'm tripping. Yes, sir. That armor of God. Where you want to start at?
Verse 11.
Put on the whole armor of God, that ye may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil.
And now I've noticed even with that right there, like I see why he walk you through all these parts because sometimes we can get stronger in one area, but then we be a little slacking and slipping over here in this little area. So he's like, put on the whole armor, like you can't be lacking in none of it because it all go together. You know, verse 12.
For we wrestle not against flesh and blood,
Uh-huh.
but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places.
So that take it out of the realm of just what we dealing with man or this person. This person called me. I wonder what. Nah, this stuff spiritual, man. It's really just trying to get us to slip in that faith. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
You know, verse 13.
Wherefore, take unto you the whole armor of God,
Mhm.
that ye may be able to withstand in the evil day,
Uh-huh.
and having done all, to stand.
We'll stand in the evil day because it's easy for us to do all of this and to stand while we ain't dealing with anything that's coming against the flesh or things that we battling against. But in the evil day is when it's really important to have all these things, and we don't never know when that evil day gonna come
Right.
or how it may come. It might be from this conversation. You might talk to this person. Now they done threw you off in the loop in the mood. You know what I'm saying? Or they did something to you. Like for example, I ain't talked to my niece in a while. So the other day she randomly called me like late at night, and I was happy to hear. But she called me on some crazy, you know what I'm saying? But I was just so happy to hear 'cause I ain't talked to her in months. And she finally called me the other day, happy,
Really?
and I was happy to hear. But
She trying to pluck you.
exactly. That wasn't no coincidence. I had been thinking about it. My brother even called me the day before. Her dad. Hey, when the last time? And he called and then hung up. So I'm calling him back because the first thing come to my mind, but I hope nothing ain't happened to little one because he don't call me. So I called him back. He ain't answer. He texted me. And then he called me and I said, hey man, I said you good? He was like, yeah. I was just checking. He said I meant to call mom, but I called you. I said, oh okay. He said you heard from little one? I said, nah, I ain't heard from Lil One since the last time you called me about months ago. She called me the next day. So I really could look at all that and be like, oh man, that was a coincidence. Like, boom, this happened. But nah, all of that was just confusion. Once she called me and I did talk to her, I was happy to hear from her, but she could have kept all that. She could have just texted me and said, I'm alive, I'm good. But, so it's this right here. Like, we dealing with just principalities, the devil running around. He ain't doing what he want to do, but the Lord let him run through here and see who he can plug. And he knows Satan doing his job very well. Yeah, he got him on the tight. He got him on the leash, but he letting that leash go a little bit to try to see if he can get us saints mainly.
Now that's who it is.
Yeah, well, that's who it is. They ain't mainly. Yeah, that's trying to see if we can get the saints.
Cause shoot, whoever serving Satan, they, you know what I mean? Like the rest of the world really already serving Satan. So it's really to catch you up. Yeah, you know what I mean? Cause hey, we call ourselves leaving the world. Yeah, yeah. Yeah.
Is that pretty straight on that one, bro? A little bit.
What's the other question? Ask the other one real quick before you leave. We'll be answering it while you You gotta talk it in the mic, real quick.
Who was before the beast and the false prophet are taken, do God settle with Israel first, meaning the church?
Oh, before he knocked them off.
You know, when God return on when Jesus come to return, he's coming to Israel first, right? Scripturally.
But why you said the beast and the false
Well,
prophet?
I'm asking because he said the beast and false praise, the beast and the false prophet were taken. They going first before Satan anybody to the lake.
Yeah. That's
So I'm
Isaiah
trying to figure, do the
66.
church actually get taken care of first before the beast or the false prophet?
Okay. Do the church when when the Lord returns, do the. Mhm. You turn the mic off. Oh, okay.
All right, brother Sunday.
All right, Hebrew.
Be safe, bro. See you that week. See you Wednesday.
Please,
Lord willing.
please.
Okay,
All right,
bro.
bro.
Yeah. Okay.
So do the church. All right, sis. All right, peace. Do the church get dealt with when the Lord returns first, before the beast and the false prophet?
Timeline tight in there, ain't it? Y'all boy got that timeline down pat.
The Lord return. Nah,
I didn't think so either.
nah, he
Them
don't.
boy
Hey,
got
close the door, boy. Come back in. Nah, cause he go in the wilderness for 3.5 years. Go to Ezekiel real quick. Like it's almost. It's like a lot of moving pieces going on at one time. It's like the Lord doing more than multitasking.
man.
You know what I mean? Like he doing more than that. He at war. He knocking, in the Battle of Armageddon, knocking them off. You know what I mean? He gathering. So nah, cause he got Ezekiel 20. Like, when the Lord said to Peter, is that
I always wondered that, bro. But I praise the Lord for getting a little understanding. He's doing a lot of things at one time.
yeah. Before we go to First Peter real quick.
Okay.
First Peter chapter 4. Yeah, it's a lot going on. It's a lot going on. It's all happening simultaneously, but you know, but like the Lord is doing. I can't even think of the term doing. I guess multitasking would be three things at one time because it's multiple things. I guess multitasking. Hey, don't go in there. Can you close that door back there? So yeah, look at this First Peter though. First Peter chapter 4, and 17. Go ahead.
For the time has come that judgment must begin at the house of God.
Yep.
And if it first began at us,
Yep.
what shall the end be of them that obey not the gospel
Go
of
ahead.
God?
Go ahead.
And if the righteous scarcely be saved, where shall the ungodly and the sinner appear?
Yep.
Wherefore let them that suffer according to the will of God commit the keeping of their souls to him in well-doing as unto a faithful creator.
So Peter just saying judgment gonna come at the church. The time has come that judgment must begin at the house of God. So, it's like the house of God representing God. Okay, cool. When the Lord return, he's going to make sure that, the house of God is exactly what it is. So, go to Ezekiel 20 now. So it's not like, far as in a chain of events going about, this is going to be the first step that he does when he return. Like, nah, because, in Ezekiel 20, he's gathering some of the churches already in the wilderness, and then he's going back gathering the remaining of the church, right? But the church that's already in the wilderness, fleeing the great tribulation, the Lord ain't back on the earth yet. You know what I mean? The Lord ain't back yet. When the church, flees and make it into the wilderness, right? The Lord is going to be in the wilderness when he go and gather the children of Israel, and that what points to tabernacles, right? So look at this Ezekiel real quick. Ezekiel chapter 20, and pick it up at 31. Ezekiel 20:31. Go ahead.
For when you offer your gifts,
Yep.
when you make your sons to pass through the fire, you pollute yourselves with all your idols, even unto this day.
Even unto this day, skip down to 33 now.
You want me to finish that verse?
Nah, you ain't
Okay.
got to. I ain't even want to start there. Go ahead.
Okay.
33.
As I live, saith the Lord God,
Yep.
surely with the mighty hand, and
Yep.
with the stretched out arm, and with fury poured out, will I
Yep.
rule over you.
Will I rule over you? Go ahead.
And I will bring you out from the people,
See, the Lord gonna bring you out from the people.
and will gather you out of the countries wherein you are scattered.
So we talking about the Lord gathering, right? He's gonna bring you out from the people, wherever you were scattered at. Keep reading though.
With the mighty hand,
Yep.
and with the stretched out arm, and with fury poured out.
Now the Lord is doing this, right? The Lord is the one that's doing this. 35.
And I will bring you into the wilderness of the people,
And what else?
and there will I plead with you face to face.
So the Lord is in the wilderness at this time, And again, like, is this like the first thing that the Lord is checking off? Nah, this is one of the many to-do lists, right? When he return, this is one of the to-do lists that he's gonna definitely deal with once he gets finished with, because again, the Lord is doing so much when he return. But when he returned, we talking about a trumpet sounding, the resurrection taking place, the children of Israel that got caught up in the first resurrection coming back down to the earth with the Lord to go to the valley of Jehoshaphat, the valley, you know what I mean? The war of Armageddon is going about. All that got to be complete before the 1,000 years of rest. So, it's like now, in a sense, he's gathering. He's gathering these people into the wilderness, but you already have people in the wilderness, right? So it's like it says in what 35, and I will bring you into the wilderness of the people. See, just letting you know of the people, and there will I plead with you face to face. What is saying 36 now?
Like as I pleaded with your fathers in the wilderness of the land of Egypt,
Yep.
so will I plead with you, saith the Lord God.
Keep reading.
And I will cause you to pass under the rod, and I will bring you into the bond of the covenant.
You see that? Because the Lord is finishing off his ministry. You know what I mean? Like this last 3.5 years of his ministry that he's going to be doing in the wilderness. And a part of his ministry is, bringing the people under the rod and bringing them into the bond of the covenant, right? Now look at what it's saying 38.
And I will purge out from among you the rebels.
You see that? I'm going to purge out the rebels, and what else?
And them that transgress against me.
And what else?
I will bring them forth out of the country
Yep.
wherein they sojourn, and they shall not enter into the land of Israel.
You see that? They ain't going to enter into the land. It's almost as if, like, now we actually finna enter into this 1,000 years of peace. Because now, okay, they come up under the bond of the covenant. Now they can enter into Israel. But he said right here, and they shall not enter if they don't come up under the bond of the covenant. So it says, and they shall not enter into the land of Israel. And what else?
And you shall know that I am the Lord.
Go to Isaiah 16 real quick. Isaiah 16. Isaiah 16, yes, ma'am.
Yeah,
Isaiah
so
16.
the people, them people already, some of them already there. They fled
Yeah,
from
they
the stuff
fled.
from all over the world during
Hmm.
tribulation. But
Yeah,
then he gonna bring a whole nother
a
group. Then he
whole
gonna
nother
gather and
people.
bring them there.
That's
Then deal with everybody there.
Yup.
Purge out the rebels. Bring them
Purge
to
out
the
the
bond.
rebels and the ones that's really, you don't really know who the rebels is because shoot, it could be rebels that got there from the great
Tribulation.
tribulation.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That was keeping the word. That was
That was
doing the right.
keeping. That was
Okay.
keeping. They might be murmuring in the
Yeah.
wilderness.
Okay.
They
But you,
might. They might be able to like, man, we gotta eat this bread.
yeah.
Complaining about how their lifestyle that they
Was in
came
there.
from used to
Right.
be. Yup.
Is that also point to when he said let the wheat grow at the tail? He gonna separate them.
Yup.
Okay.
That's all.
All that's
That's
pointing to a time period,
that's
but
all.
there's many different things going on.
Right. Right.
Okay.
Yup. Look at this Isaiah 16 though, verse 1. Go ahead.
Send ye the lamb to the ruler of the land from Selah to the
You
wilderness.
see that? Look at what he talking about. The lamb. What he talking about? Jesus. Right? He says, send ye the lamb to the ruler of the land from Selah to the wilderness unto what?
Unto the mount of the daughter of Zion.
Keep reading.
For it shall be that as a wandering bird cast out of the nest,
Yep.
so the daughters of Moab shall be at the fords of Arnon.
That's it on that. But we just looking at verse 1. We saying is that, hey, Jesus going to the wilderness. You know what I mean? He going to the wilderness, and that's where he's going to complete his ministry for 3.5 years. So, that's not going to be, keep it down, keep it down. That's not going to be like the very first thing on the to-do list, but it's on the to-do list. You know what I mean? So,
That
um,
very first thing to get Edom them, deal with Edom. Was that? I mean, I know that's all in there too.
yeah, that's I would say that very well may be a part of it. I think when you look at the order of it, because we talking about atonement, right? We talking about the Lord being on the earth, right? And that would occur. Go to Isaiah 34 real quick. So it's like the Lord, yeah, he getting Edom, and it's like the way he handling Edom like an offering being offered up, a sacrifice. So look at this on Isaiah 34. Go ahead and read that verse 1.
Come near, ye nations, to hear, and hearken, you people. Let the earth hear, and all that is therein, the world and all things that come forth of it.
Go ahead.
For the indignation of the Lord is upon all nations,
Yep.
and his fury upon all their armies. He have utterly destroyed them. He have delivered them to the slaughter.
Yeah, delivering them to the slaughter, talking about all nations, right? Go ahead, bro.
All their slain also shall be cast out,
Yep.
and their stink shall come up out of their carcasses, and the mountains shall be melted with their blood.
Gonna be a lot of bodies, huh? We talking about the mountains being melted with blood, right? You look at mountains nowadays, you think of the mountains being covered with snow.
Ice, yes, yeah.
You know what I mean? But in this case, the mountain gonna be covered with blood. Verse 4.
And all the hosts of heaven shall be dissolved, and the heavens shall be rolled together as a scroll.
Go ahead.
And all their hosts shall fall down, as the leaf falleth off from the vine,
Yep.
and as a falling fig from the fig tree.
Verse 5.
For my sword shall be bathed in
You
heaven.
see that? My sword gonna be bathed in heaven. What is gonna come down upon?
Behold, it shall come down upon Idumea,
Yup.
and upon the people of my curse to judge me.
You see that? These the people of the curse, Idumea. But his sword coming down on them. Verse 6.
The sword of the Lord is filled with blood.
It's filled with blood.
It is made fat with fatness,
Yep.
and with the blood of lambs and goats.
What else?
And with the blood of lambs and goats, with the fat of the kidneys of rams.
Go ahead.
For the Lord hath a sacrifice in
Oh,
Bozrah.
so the Lord said he got a sacrifice in Bozrah. Talking about Idumea, Esau, Edom. Talking about the same, but this is going to be a sacrifice, right? So, when the Lord is making this sacrifice, he's on the earth. He ain't doing that from heaven. Look at what he said. He said, my sword is bathed in heaven, and it shall come down upon Idumea, upon the people of my curse, to judgment. And the sword of the Lord is filled with blood. It is made with fatness, and the blood of the lambs and the goats. And he said, what? The Lord have a sacrifice in Bozrah. And what else?
And a great slaughter in the land of Idumea.
So, Look at what it's saying in verse 7. Go ahead.
And the unicorn shall come down with them, and the bullocks with the bulls.
Go ahead.
And their land shall be soaked with blood, and their dust made fat with
You
fatness.
see, so he's likening this to like a sacrifice unto the Lord. But, like, I would see this as like, when the Lord step on the earth. Because we talking about all nations. That's what he said in verse 2. You know what I mean? He said in verse 1, hearken ye nations. So like a lot of people gonna get caught up in the swing blade. Idumea gonna be the numero uno. Yeah, so that's I definitely see this time frame the Lord back on the earth and running checkmate on Idumea.
What about the part where he asked about the beast and the false prophet? Where are they at in that?
They already in the lake of
They
fire.
already in the lake.
Go to Isaiah 66.
Okay. Because that's when we'll be able to come up and see them.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yep.
But all that's during the time. Wow,
Yeah, they
that's
already
crazy.
there. They already done been judged.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like, it's like, well, ain't no 1,000 years, and then you stand up in judgment like, nah, you played your role, and your role got you in hell before the devil.
Hold on.
Before the devil. They beat the devil there, bruh. Look at this Isaiah 66, and I would see, and now, let's read it. Isaiah 66, and start at verse. Yeah, you can start at verse 20. No, you can start at 21. Start at 20. Go ahead.
And they shall bring all your brethren for an offering unto the Lord out of all nations upon horses, and in chariots, and in litters, and upon mules, and upon swift beasts, to my holy mountain Jerusalem, saith the Lord. As the children of Israel bring an offering in a clean vessel
Go
into
ahead.
the house of the Lord.
Go ahead.
And I will also take of them for priests and for Levites, saith the Lord. For as the new heavens and the new earth, which I will make, shall remain before me, saith the Lord, so shall your seed and your name remain.
Go ahead.
And it shall come to pass that from one new moon to another, and from one Sabbath to another, shall all flesh come to worship before me, saith the Lord.
So all flesh gonna come up and worship. Verse 24.
And they shall go forth and look upon the carcasses of the men that have transgressed against me.
Yep.
For their worms shall not die, neither shall their fire be quenched, and they shall be an abhorring unto all flesh.
I correct myself. Ezekiel 20 is gonna be before this. So like, when the Lord coming back to deal with the church for 3.5 years, it's gonna be before this. So I stand corrected. That's why it's good to read. Because this right here is going on during the 1,000-year reign. You know what I mean? Like that Ezekiel 20 is like right before the 1,000 years.
Yep.
That's why he said they ain't gonna enter into the land.
Man, right.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
this is the wilderness of the people.
Right.
They've gathered, they fled
Yeah.
there, and now he gathering some there.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So that will be so yes, I know. The Lord will deal with the church before the beast and the false prophet.
Deal with the church before.
Yeah. Because keep in mind, like, the reason why we say they beat Satan there because, great white throne judgment take place after the 1,000 years is complete. So now, everybody who's still in the grave or everybody who don't fell off or whatever the case is, they're going to be judged after Jesus' kingdom has expired, So yeah, the Lord deal with the church first. And that I mean, Peter even said it. He said judgment must come at the house of God first. So and that definitely make even more sense as to why, because he's establishing his kingdom. You know what I mean? Like his kingdom is gonna be made up. Look at what it's saying, read that verse 21. 66 and 21. Read that.
And I will also take of them for priests and for Levites, saith the Lord.
You see that? But look at who he's going to take for priests and Levites, the ones that got brought up by the Gentiles in 20. Look at what 20 say. Read that.
And they shall bring all your brethren for an offering unto the Lord out of all nations upon horses, and in chariots, and in litters, and upon mules, and upon swift beasts, to my holy mountain Jerusalem,
Yep.
saith the Lord.
Go ahead.
As the children of Israel bring an offering in a clean vessel
Now-
into the house of the Lord.
Now look at what 21 say.
And I will also take of them for priests and for Levites, saith the Lord.
You see that? So the Lord is going to take of them for priests and Levites. So, you know, it's almost as if, like, you know, the Lord is establishing his order on how his kingdom is going to look before letting the kingdom reign or rule or run its course.
That's right.
You know what I mean? So yeah, that's all I got on that. Thanks, bro. I live in Ocala. Oh, okay, you talking to somebody else.
Somebody asked, do you have this class every Sabbath in Jacksonville?
Yeah, we do. Yeah, we here every Sabbath. Yup. Facts, yes, distraction. Wow. A lot will be going down. Yeah, a lot will be.
Yes. Praise the Lord for that understanding.
I'll be worried about me. It doesn't matter. That's Jesus' business, I would think. It's also our business. Yeah, it is our business. You're right about that, Nate. I don't think so, bro. There will be a lot happening. Well, I mean, the brother is right. It's our business as well. That's why the Lord said, watch. You know what I mean? But what you know to watch for? If you ain't watching, or better yet, if you ain't learned, you know, how you know what to watch for? So it is our business, you know, because, you know, I mean, when you say it's Jesus' business, Jesus is making it our business. You know what I mean? So that we can know what's going on. That's why he said in this Matthew 24. Look at that Matthew 24 real quick. And I'm just backing up Nate because he got a point. You know what I mean? It is our business, and this is why the gospel got to be taught. You know what I mean? Read 14, and then we're gonna look at some other stuff. Go ahead.
And this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world for a witness unto all nations.
And then what?
And then shall the end come.
You see that? Nobody ain't gonna have no excuse. So somebody gotta know something, you know, for them to just, you know, you can't justify you not knowing, right? So even the Lord is allowing this gospel to be preached in all the earth for a witness. You know, just letting you know is that, yeah, it is our business. You know what I mean? Because, you know, it's to our benefit, for one, to know the business. It's to our benefit. You know, why is it to our benefit? Because like Jesus said, he gave the keys of the kingdom to Peter, but, you know, we just talking about giving us the word. You know, so it is to our benefit. Yeah, it's a lot happening, but, you know, it's still our business to know. We have to make sure we are pleasing. Yeah, we do. We definitely need to make sure we pleasing the Lord. See what he's reading. Yeah, we do. We do have it every Sabbath in Jacksonville. It says, thanks, bro. I live in Ocala. The wilderness, will it be physical or spiritual? Nah, that's gonna be physical. Yeah, the wilderness is physical. Wilderness is geographically located east side of Jordan. You know, if you look at the Jordan River, you got Amon that sits north of the Jordan, right there. I want to say uh, northwest of Saudi Arabia, and then you got Moab and Edom. They sit south. Edom sits more south of Jordan, the Jordan River. You know what I mean? It almost, if you pull up a map,
Which
you
one
know,
go ahead?
yeah, if you just pull up a map and you just look at the Jordan River,
Right there.
that's the Jordan River.
Uh-huh.
Pull it up, blow it up.
Blow it up.
Yeah.
Well,
So that's the Jordan.
yeah.
So everything that's like, all that's
All
wilderness.
that wilderness. Yeah.
All
what it
that's just
is.
wilderness.
Yes, sir.
You know what I
Go
mean?
all the way over there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
So if you're gonna look at that old map in the kids class, it'll show you like the names.
When it was
It was
like
Ammon,
Amon and the
Moab, and Edom.
oh yo.
You know what I mean? Like, I want to say Ammon is still the same name today, but Moab and Edom been changed. They call it something else. I don't know what it is off the top of my head. But nah, it's a physical location now. Spiritual and physical people will make it there. And what I mean by that is, you know, just Israel in the flesh ain't gonna be the one that's in the wilderness only. You're gonna have other nations that, you know, make it to the wilderness as well. But nah, it is
So they saying now Amon is located in modern day Jordan.
okay.
So that's that little that ford, like you know what it said.
For the
The ford.
Anoms
So
or
all
for
of
the
them right
Ammon.
there, like
Yeah, it's like a triangle.
those people there are gonna
Be like a
hide
covert.
us.
Yeah. So that means they must look like us, huh? If Jesus
I would love
if Jesus was able
Jordan
was
right
able
there.
to blend in Egypt, you know, that means we must gonna be able to blend in with them. But that's a lot of wilderness though.
Oh boy, that's a lot of wilderness, desert, all of that, desert,
Yep.
all the way
The
up.
Lord the Lord
Mediterranean.
gonna make it blossom. Well, I better get my passport then. It ain't nothing wrong with having it, but you don't really need it. You know what I mean? The chi- the children of Israel, shoot, they ain't have no packing clothes when they left up out of Egypt. You know what I mean? Like, boy, they ain't have nothing. Boy, not only that, they was cornered off, and they was like, boy, they finna get us. Yeah, like they was cornered off, and they was like, and not only that, the Lord put a cloud up or a wall up between the Egyptians and the children of Israel. It's almost as if like this the children of Israel and this the Egyptians, and the Lord done put a wall right there. You know what I mean? To where the Egyptians can't even really get them like that. You know, not only that, man, they was cornered off, and the Lord opened up a whole sea. So they ain't really have, you know, no packing bags or nothing like that. They just dipped, you know. So, you really don't need your passport. Cause I mean, just think about it. Everybody can't legally get a passport. You know, you got some Israelites who felons. so, so in the truth now, you know, that's what I'm saying. In the truth now,
Right.
so they can't really, you
Go down
know,
there and get no
legally get a
official
passport.
For what
So
that-
you think the Lord gonna prevent them? Nah, he ain't. It's cool to have it if you want, but shoot, you might leave it in your briefcase when it's time to run. Now you gonna run back to the house and get it, or you gonna? Huh?
Right. I was gonna say, just think about when he says, wherever you are, if you're here, here, or here, flee.
Right.
Don't go back in that house.
Don't go back.
So if that passport is there, you go back to get that when his instructions were to flee.
Right. It might not. You might get caught up. You know. So I mean, it's cool to have if you want it, but it ain't really necessary. You know what I mean? I thought that one time, like for real. I thought that. You know, I was talking to a brother and he was like, man, it ain't nothing wrong with having it. Preparation, shoot, I'm gonna get mine. I was like, yeah, you know what? I might go. I started planning it too. I was like, every year I'm gonna get one for each kid. You know what I mean? But then I was just like, man, it ain't necessary. I was talking to Elijah about it. He was like, nah, ain't no need, And then I had started already thinking about it in my mind, like everybody can't even get one. So if you get one, that's fine. But it's a little documentary out called, I forget what it's called, but how some Ethiopians got took out of Ethiopia and they took them to Jerusalem. They didn't even figure out. They didn't even know how they was gonna get there. I think it was some type of famine going on, and it's called, what is it called? It's a documentary YouTube video called, I want to say, what is it called? It's associated with like how the children of Israel left up out of Egypt. The second Exodus. That's what it's called. If you YouTube that, it's called the second Exodus, and it's a real event that occurred um in I want to say people of Ethiopia, and they was trying to what? They was what? They call them baited.
So the modern day Jews came over there to get him.
Oh, that's what they was doing.
Mm-hmm.
Why? Why them people? They put them on planes.
Yeah, they sent them back. Yep.
They was in all white.
Mm-hmm. Sent them back to Israel.
So they was over there doing what?
They were getting killed.
They was killing
The
Israel.
Falasha, they call themselves. They don't like the word.
Oh, the Falashas are the Jews, or the so-called. I mean, they
Yeah.
they the tribe of Dan.
Right.
Right. So the Ethiopians was killing them.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So that's why they. Oh, so that was why Edom sent for them.
Yeah.
So it's almost like a hit job.
They living over there now. They've assimilated to they assimilated to the culture. A lot of them have taken that pledge or whatever that they take when you get into Judaism.
Yeah. I seen that.
Yeah, a lot of them have joined the military. But now here's something else though. There was a Gentile preacher, and this is online. Y'all can find this. There's a Gentile preacher preaching in a black church. He was a guest preacher, and he told them of the story of the Falasha, and he said, "Your ancestors." Well, he wasn't a Gentile. He was Jewish. He's preaching to a black church, and he told them, "Your ancestors, the Jews, right?" But he said, he said your ancestors, the Israelites. But he said, we're the Jews.
Oh, really?
Yes. And look, it went over their head like a bullet. They was like looking at him like he was crazy. But he told them, y'all the Israelites. He lied and said, we the Jews. Like, we from the tribe of Judah, but y'all the Israelites. He said it in the black church. It's video out there. It's out there on YouTube. Mm-hmm.
This the video where he talking about the second. Dang, I ain't know them boys. On. No, that ain't it. It was like in the 80s. I ain't know that sound like a hit job. They hired them boys to go over there and take out Dan, and then put them on an airplane and bring them to the. I mean, of course, but sometimes even the Lord, the Danites, they would be dead. That's interesting. I never heard that.
You had a question online.
Okay.
How will we get there?
How will we get there? Okay. Go to Isaiah. Is it Isaiah? You said 30?
Is it 34? It's not in that 34.
Might be. Hold on.
No, no.
Yeah, fly at doves.
Flies, dog. That's in what?
That's in Isaiah. Isaiah 60.
60.
The Lord gonna pull before we go to Isaiah 60 though. Look at this Isaiah 14. Like the Lord gonna do a move like how He did with the children of Israel when He brought them up out of Egypt. Yeah, He gonna do Isaiah 11. He gonna do a move like He did, but it's gonna be on a bigger scale though.
Worldwide.
Like it's gonna be on a way bigger scale, not to make Egypt a light thing, nah. But the Lord gonna make what He did in Egypt small as to what He's gonna do when He do a mass exodus. Look at this Isaiah chapter 11. Isaiah chapter 11, and start at verse 1 and we'll jump. We're gonna jump around. Go ahead.
And there shall come forth a rod out of the stem of Jesse, and a branch shall grow out of his roots.
Yup.
And the Spirit of the Lord shall rest upon him.
Go
The
ahead.
Spirit of wisdom and understanding,
Yup.
the Spirit of counsel and might, the Spirit of knowledge and of the fear of the Lord.
We're talking about Jesus. All right, but keep going though.
And shall make him of a quick understanding in the fear of the Lord.
Yup.
And he shall not judge after the sight of his eyes,
But what?
neither reprove after the hearing of his ears.
Now skip down to verse 6 and read. Well, start at 5. Well, you know what? You can
Just
keep
read
reading.
through
Yeah, keep reading.
Verse
Go ahead.
4. I'm sorry. And he shall not judge after the sight of his eyes, neither reprove after the hearing of his ears, but with righteousness shall he judge the poor,
Go
and
ahead.
reprove with equity for the meek of the earth.
For the meek of the earth. Go ahead.
And he shall smite the earth with the rod of his mouth, and with the breath of his lips shall he slay the wicked.
Verse 5.
And righteousness shall be the girdle of his loins,
Yup.
and faithfulness the girdle of his reins.
Keep reading.
The wolf also shall dwell with the lamb.
Now keep in mind, we that kind of right there puts you in a time frame, right? Puts you in a time frame. But in this chapter, like, the prophecy gonna be jumping, right? That's why you pay attention to it, because it'll jump from future to present, right? So even in this sense, he gonna jump the future when he just said what? The wolf also shall dwell with the lamb.
Uh-huh.
And
And
what
the
else?
leopard shall lie down with the kid,
Yep.
and the calf and the young lion and the fatling together, and a little child shall lead them.
Now we talking about, hey, all the animals gonna be in a sense on a unity where they ain't trying to be at each other's neck no more. Wolves eat sheep, right? But it just said the wolf also shall dwell with the lamb. And we talking about little children are gonna be able to lay hold on them and lead them. What is saying, verse 7?
And the cow and the bear shall feed.
You see that? Man, we know a bear devour a cow, right? But we talking about peace back up on the earth at this point, though. Keep reading.
The young ones shall lie down together,
Yep.
and the lion shall eat straw like the ox.
Now we talking about the lion. You throwing him straw. He don't want no gazelles no more. You feeding them straw. What it say about the suckling child, though?
And the suckling child shall play on the hole of the ass,
Yep.
and the weaned child shall put his hand on the cockatrice's den.
Talking about poisonous snakes, right? Little children able to play with them, right? Thinking about a baby playing with a black mamba. Nobody ain't thinking of nothing like that. A black mamba, that's like one of the most poisonous snakes there is. But in this case, like, this is going to be going about, because look at what it says in verse 9.
Verse 9.
Yep.
They shall not hurt nor destroy in all my holy
You
mountain.
see that? They ain't going to hurt or destroy in all my holy mountain for what?
For the earth shall be full of the knowledge of the Lord,
Yup.
as the waters cover the sea.
You see that? Because the knowledge of the Lord is going to be like the waters of the sea, right? Majority of the world make up the water. I mean,
Right.
majority of the world is made up by water, right?
Yep.
So just think of what he's saying. If majority of the world is made up by water, he's letting you know his knowledge is going to go forth just like that. Letting you know, boy, his knowledge is going to be out here, right? Now look at what verse 10 say.
And in that day there shall be a root of Jesse,
Yep.
which shall stand for an ensign of the people. To it shall the Gentiles seek, and his rest shall be glory.
Go ahead.
And it shall come to pass in that day
Yep.
that the Lord shall set his hand again the second time to recover the remnant of his people.
Now we talking about the second time, right? The second time from what? From when he did it the first time, right? The first time he did it in Egypt.
Right.
You know, so the second time he finna recover the remnant of his people.
Uh-huh.
Where they was left at, bro.
Which shall be left from Assyria
Yup.
and from Egypt.
Now keep in mind, they ain't just all in Egypt nowadays now. Nah. Look at what he's saying. They gonna be left in Assyria. It says, and from Egypt.
and from Pathros.
All these are black nations now. Keep reading.
and from Cush.
And from Cush.
and from Elam.
Yup.
And from Shinar.
Go ahead.
And from Hammon.
And what else?
And from the islands of the sea.
Because that's all America is. Everything on the Western Hemisphere is majority really island. But look at what he's talking about, though. He's talking about recovering the remnant of his people. Keep reading. What is it in verse 12 now?
And he shall set up an ensign for the nations.
Yup.
And shall assemble the outcasts of Israel.
And do what?
And gather together the dispersed of Judah from the four corners of the earth.
So we talking about the Lord doing some gathering, right? Keep reading, though. What else
Verse
it say?
13, the envy also of Ephraim shall depart,
Yep.
and the adversaries of Judah shall be cut off.
Go ahead.
Ephraim shall not envy Judah,
Yep.
and Judah shall not vex Ephraim.
Because at this point, the Lord almost bringing the branch back together. You know what I mean? Like that's what he getting at. He actually repairing the breach, and he's bringing the branch back together. So ain't no more envying going about anymore. Verse 14.
But they shall fly upon the shoulders of the Philistines.
Now look at what we doing. They're gonna fly up on the shoulders of the Philistines toward the west. What else?
They shall spoil them of the east together.
Yep.
They shall lay their hand upon Edom
Yep.
and Moab.
And what else?
And the children of Ammon shall obey them.
You see that? They're gonna obey us. But look at what he's saying. All the way what had occurred in Egypt, right? When we came from out of Egypt, we spoiled the Egyptians. We're going to do the same thing with the Philistines. Not only that, we're going to do it with Edom, Moab, and Ammon, right? These are going to be coverts that's going to keep us hid during the wilderness, right? But what is saying 15 now?
And the Lord shall utterly destroy the tongue of the Egyptian sea.
And what else?
And with his mighty wind shall he shake his hand over the river.
Now we talking about how the Lord did what? The children of Israel out of the Red Sea.
Right.
He's likening it to how he's going to do when he gathered the nation of Israel from all over. Because look at what it say. Keep reading.
And with his mighty wind shall he shake his hand over the river.
Yep.
And shall smite it in the seven streams and make men go over dry shod.
So I don't know if that's going to be the Atlantic or what, but he said he going to make it into seven streams. He going to make it into seven streams, however that look, right? But then he said what? And make men to go over dry shod, just like how it was with the Red Sea. Right. Dry.
And this was the Atlantic.
Just exactly. Be the Atlantic. So
Or whatever.
So that's what that's going to be on a bigger scale than the Red Sea, because you're looking at the Red Sea and that body of water compared to the Atlantic.
That's smaller.
That's smaller.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like this going to be big, bro. What is saying 16 now?
There shall be an highway for the remnant of his people.
You see that? A highway for the remnant of his people, which what?
Which shall be left
Go ahead.
from Assyria.
Yep.
Like as it was to Israel in the day he came up out of the land of Egypt.
You see that? So it's going to be just how the Lord going to do it. Go to Isaiah 60. Like, you know, how the Lord going to do it. That's why you don't really need to be so concerned about a passport. You know what I mean? Like, you can.
Yep.
You can.
Yep.
You
I think
can
about
do it.
walking out there with the baptism, you know, and just imagine that water like dry shod.
Right.
Big old Atlantic Ocean just split 7 streams. Now you got dry patches.
Dry patch you able to
Walking
walk
through
through. That's gonna be a little nice little walk, cause you know
But
that stuff gonna dip.
dip, yeah.
It's gonna dip.
Imagine that,
You
yeah.
got
Cause
you
it's a
gonna be
big.
you gonna be in some shape. But look at this Isaiah 60 though.
I think when we fly into that wilderness, that gonna be rough though.
Oh
That
yeah, it
ain't gonna
is.
be no easy spike.
Nah, it ain't.
Like you gonna have to have some heart, man. Like
You
some
gonna have to have
real,
some heart.
some heart, man.
Got to drop everything and
Thank
just believe.
Believe.
You know what I mean? Think about them cruise ships. You know what I mean? Them cruise ships might be a escape route for us. Like so,
Something come up in the news currently,
yeah.
something, then it's like, and we gonna know, and
we gonna
we gonna know.
like you know
I'm
dealing
not trying
with
to
the
plan out how that's gonna
nah
happen.
nah I
but
know that. I'm just saying, but like you know that what we got to do is just wait on the Lord. You know what I mean? Because it's like we almost got more than what the children of Israel had when they was in Egypt.
Yeah.
You know,
Way
we like seeing the end being called in the beginning. You know, they was active in the mix.
in the mix of it,
They
going
was in the
on.
mix of
Gotcha,
it going
gotcha,
on.
gotcha.
You know what I mean? We actually sitting back reading about it, and we actually seeing it to pass. So now look at this Isaiah 60, because check this out, Isaiah 60, and pick it up at 8. We jump right to it. Go ahead.
Who are these that fly as a cloud,
Yep.
and as the doves to their windows?
Who are these that fly as clouds? Right? Isaiah 60 and verse 8. It said, who are these that fly as clouds, as the doves to their windows? We talking about, you know, possibly some airplanes. Keep reading. What it say in verse 9?
Surely the isles shall wait for me, and the ships of Tarshish
Hold
first.
on. There goes some ships. Got these big cruise lines out here nowadays. You know what I mean? But look at what he said. He said, surely the isles shall wait for me, and the ships of Tarshish first,
To bring thy sons from far.
to bring thy sons from far. And what
Their
else?
silver and their gold with them.
Yep.
Unto the name of the Lord thy God.
Yep.
And to the Holy One of Israel, because he hath glorified thee.
Verse 10.
And the sons of strangers shall build up thy walls.
Oh, so look who's gonna be building for you. You know, you ain't gotta be doing no building no more, breaking your back. Nah, the Lord gonna set it up the way what other people gonna be building. So it says the sons of the stranger shall build up thy walls, and what else?
And their kings shall minister unto thee.
Look at what they doing. The kings. We talking about mighty men in high ranking positions. They gonna be ministering unto you. You know, like, hey man, what you need? You sure you got everything? You know, kind of like how we spoiled the Egyptians. You know what I mean? The Egyptians gave us all they gold. Man, here, that ain't enough. You want some more? You know, like, so in the same sense, the Lord going to allow us to spoil these other nations. So look at what it says. It says, and their king shall minister unto thee for what?
For in my wrath I smote thee,
But what?
in my favor have I had mercy on thee.
So the Lord, man, he going, you know, we talking about fly as, it says, who are these that fly as a cloud? Right? The Lord is showing Isaiah in a vision, you know, as to what that could look like. So, you know, I would think that we got a lot of different ways as far as in transportation.
But them boats for sure now, boy.
Yeah,
Building them cruise ships, they out there.
yeah, they are.
They can
So
carry thousands
they
of
can
people.
carry thousands of people at one time.
Man,
So, you know, I mean,
yes sir.
you know, Nate, shoot, airplane, train, planes, and automobiles, boats, I'm sorry, planes, boats.
Sure.
Yeah, it gets you to the coast.
Gotta get to that coast.
Gets you to the coast. You know what I mean? But the Lord said He gonna smite some water into 7 streams. You know what I mean? That might be the Atlantic. That might be the Pacific. That might be the Indian Ocean, the Arctic Ocean. 'Cause we scattered all over. So, you know, all them lands, for the most part, that the Lord was talking about in that Isaiah 11, all them lands was on already over there from us, east of the country. You know, but, you know, when he was talking about the islands, that would include us. So you know, I would think that the Lord, I thought about if I won the lottery, I was like, well, I'm going to buy a submarine. That's what I thought about. But so yeah, man, the Lord got us covered. You know, you just gotta believe. See, that's the thing right there. You gotta flee in faith. You know, because some might trip you up in your faith. You know, you might have a loved one who don't fell away from the truth. You know, why we gotta leave? You sure we gotta go? You know what I mean? Like, why we gotta be doing this? Like, didn't the Jehovah Witnesses make a claim on this? And they weren't right, so what make you think we right, baby? You know what I mean? Like, you can get a loved one get to talking like that. Now you like, yeah, babe, you is right. You know, you getting phone calls. Hey man, meet us at the dock, man. Meet us at this dock. And you ain't answering. Ah, put my phone on silent. You know, go to work tomorrow. So they like you gotta flee with faith, man. You know, that's why the Lord said, watch and pray. You gotta be watching. You know what I mean? So, you know, yeah. There you go. I was just about to say it.
Once it gets to that point, and I don't know how selfish this may sound, but we all have families, loved ones, and then they see our lives, they see how we're living, they see what we're
Right.
about. So when that point comes, whether or not they were listening, heard, believed, this is when salvation, like in our minds, it's your salvation,
Well, it's
your
tunnel
walk of salvation,
tunnel
your work
vision.
of salvation, and salvation is a one per person thing. It's per person. You, so
Right.
you go.
Right. It ain't got too many.
Just like
It
you,
ain't got.
nah, just
Yeah.
like you get a ticket to a theme park. That's
Yeah.
one admission.
One.
You can get to the gate with your wife and Bree that left her ticket. My one ticket, I'm just saying, my one ticket won't get
Won't
in
get
my
us
family.
in.
If
Right.
both of them have left theirs. If Bree said, man, I forgot it. I left me and CJ. Well, we
Man.
got to buy another one because my ticket is only admitting one. Yeah, yeah. Okay, it really is.
I think a lot of people are gonna wake up though. I mean, that's what the Great Tribulation is for. It's gonna wake people up. You know what I'm saying?
It's only go somebody few.
I don't think.
Absolutely. It's gonna wake up a few.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. We're talking about everybody, but it's gonna wake up some people. You said what? For sure, for sure. But I mean, it's gonna like we okay. So this is the information age, right? So we out here, right? Yeah, we out here. So
Super easy.
there's people that know what's going on, and I think that a lot of people going, you
Man,
know,
go to that Matthew real quick.
they're gonna see,
No, Luke,
right?
Luke.
Because
Luke 18.
we've been talking about this for years.
Read something too. I don't know where it said, but
At the same time, think about the parable of the 10 virgins. 5 wise, 5 foolish. They all knew of the coming. They not all knew of his return. 5 were ready, were ready, and the others had to go get ready. They all knew, you
so
know.
that can even show us right there 50-50 chance.
50-50, buddy.
Because even at the end, that revelation, remember they said those people, they saw all this stuff going on and they still repented not of their sorceries, whoremongers.
The Lord was whooping them.
The Lord was
The Lord-
doing all of this.
The Lord was
and they
whooping
said
them.
They
They still
repented
cursing.
not of that.
They was
Still
still
cursing.
cursing the God. Still,
Fornicating, things that, those are like some of the basic things that we do just with keeping the 10. Yeah, yeah, yeah. They're going to get baptized. They're going to realize. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah. Them right there, boy. Them some.
Luke.
Steal nobody food. You can't take the mark. You can't kill nobody for nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like you got to keep your garments white.
But then just think about that though, not taking the mark.
Right.
I don't think it's gonna be so easy not to take it. You
I
know,
mean, if you
because
look at what's going on now, it's all about convenience, right?
So that's it
that's
gonna be very
that's
hard.
that's gonna sell it
Yeah.
right there.
It's about convenience. Right.
You can
Right.
eat now.
I ain't gotta
Yeah.
find my wallet,
And
my
you know
debit
what I was thinking about? You
card.
know what I was thinking about? Me and my son was trying to go to the movies. I wouldn't let my kids get vaccinated.
You what?
Absolutely not. I wouldn't let my kids get vaccinated.
Okay. Yep. To the
So
movies.
we came to the movies and it was like, where's your card? And it was and you know what I was saying to him, like, yo, that's gonna be like it is when we have to take the mark. You ain't got the mark, you can't come in. You ain't have your vaccination card, show you been vaccinated, you can't come in. And they would not let us in.
It's gonna be to the point where you can't come in this grocery store and get no groceries.
That's what I'm saying.
You know.
So in turn, I turned around and I bought some vaccination cards. I did. I bought some vaccination. In Chicago, everything's for sale, bro. Everything. Legit
Ain't-
cards. I had some.
It ain't gonna work this go round.
No.
No,
But look, it worked.
Not with
It
AI.
worked. It worked. You know, before they opened everything up, because without that card, you couldn't go nowhere, bro. Nowhere.
Yeah. AI boy don't made it impossible for you to get past technology with some fugazi. You know. Look at this Luke 17 though. 17. Luke 17 and pick it up at verse 26.
And as it was in the days of Noah, so shall it be also in the days of the Son of Man.
Start over. Start at days will come. 24. 24. Start at 24. Go ahead.
For as the lightning that lighteneth out of the one part under heaven shineth unto the other part under heaven, so shall also the Son of Man be in his day.
Go ahead.
But first must he suffer many things and be rejected of this generation.
Go ahead.
And as it was in the days of Noah, so shall it be also in the days of the Son of Man.
Yep.
They did eat, they drank, they married wives, they were given in marriage until the day that Noah entered into the ark, and the flood came and destroyed them all.
Destroyed them all. 28.
Likewise also as it was in the days of Lot, they did eat, they drank, they bought, they sold, they planted, they builded. But the same day that Lot went out of Sodom, it rained fire and brimstone from heaven and destroyed them all.
Go ahead.
Even thus shall it be in the day when the Son of Man is revealed.
Yep.
In that day, he which shall be upon the housetop and his stuff in the house, let him not come down to take it away. And he that is in the field, let him likewise not return back.
Go ahead.
Remember Lot's wife.
Remember Lot's wife. Go ahead.
Whosoever shall seek to save his life shall lose it.
Yep.
And whosoever shall lose his life shall preserve it.
So you know you trying to lose your life for the Lord, you preserving it, right? 34.
I tell you, in that night there shall be two men in one bed.
That's it on that. So we just looking at how like, you know, in the days of Noah, and we can kind of like make comparison to that in our time. Because ain't nobody really focusing on trying to serve the Lord. You know what I mean? Like, Sabbath. I usually go out and eat dinner on Saturdays. You know, me and my family, yeah, we usually go and hang out Friday nights. And, you know, like, you mean to say no pleasures? Like, yeah, man, that stuff right there is. So it's like nobody really ain't looking at how this thing is coming to an end. You know what I mean? Like it's coming to an end. And you know, I was just looking at like how all this going on between Israel and Iran, right? Like this whole war can turn into a religious warfare. If you look at it, Iran is a Muslim nation. Israel is a Judaism nation. The Dome of the Rock is in Jerusalem. Like them boys can just they already trying to clear out that area so they could build a temple. Because from what they say, history has said that the Dome of the Rock is built right on top of the old temple that was destroyed. So it's like, let's say it gets so out of hand until them boys go ahead and just blow up the Dome of the Rock. Boy, that's going, boy, that's gonna get the ball rolling really, really going. Now I could see your boy coming over there with the white flag, peace, peace, peace. And I'm talking about Papa. Like I could see him coming into the land because you're gonna have all hell break out. If they blow up that Dome of the Rock, boy, Ishmael gonna go crazy. Like, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm just surprised they don't. That's not the aim. When it's just
See,
But
see,
they really
but
don't have to blow it up though. Really. They
what
don't
you
have
mean they
to.
don't? I mean they don't have to.
They can build it in the courtyard.
I'm not even talking
about
about.
as far as building a new one.
I'm,
You
I'm,
just said
I'm
that's
talking
so
about.
prestige to
I'm talking about what is gonna have turmoil in the land to where somebody got to go over there and reconcile and say peace.
Yeah,
And it can't be somebody from Israel. It can't be somebody from Iran.
right.
It got to be somebody of a neutral ground and who's respected of on a religious platform, and that would be the Holy Father, as to what they call him, the Pope. He would be the only one that can probably go over there because he already has all of the religions coming to the cathedral, and they have this World Pray Day. All of them going there. All of the heads of all these religious organizations, they meet up at the cathedral, and they all have a World Pray Day. So he's the one that can convince them, hey man, let's come to an end with this. Let's peace, peace, peace. Now he get in there and flip it. Bro, that
This stuff start running right off the page.
yeah. Bro, if that Dome of the Rock get blowed up, boy, look at here. And the way they throwing missiles at each other, it could possibly happen. Somebody could sabotage the situation. Because they already, they already want to clear that area because they already at hate with each other. They got this religious monument, and yet they can't have what they want.
That's what they holding on to.
Yeah. Like, how is y'all able to? Why you think the whole Gaza thing took place? Yeah, they making it seem as if like, October 5th they came down into the man. Y'all was already planning, and strategizing already. But yeah, bruh, that and that's like conversation. Political parties are speaking on stuff like that, and it's influence. But boy, if that happened, hey, I think we could really start looking at putting them running shoes on, going in that closet and really getting them running shoes out. Seriously, bro. Cause yeah, that like, bro, that is a big thing right there. If a missile blow up, that man, you know how many millions of people go over there for Ramadan? You know how many people was over there last month? Man, they deep, boy. They say Islam is the fastest growing religion in the world.
I believe it. Because they get a lot of those jokers in prison.
Yeah. They come out converted.
Raised no prison.
They come out converted because they can't figure this out.
Yep.
Ah, man.
So they
Heck
put
with
this
the Bible,
with it,
man.
Yeah.
That's
they feel
white
they already
man.
mad at God.
Yeah.
So they come reading this, they like, oh man, that's the white man.
Jesus ain't done nothing
Yup.
for me. He locked me up.
Yeah. So this the first thing.
Yeah.
Go away.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna deal with that Bible. It's written by the white man.
I seen that firsthand shit with family members and stuff, man.
Yeah.
That's the first thing, like my nephew, like he came back from chain game, but he was really throwing this way, like he was on. Wait, they be way in left field too. They get on to the Egyptology.
Super left field. That lets you know
Well,
we want to serve a God.
we do. They do
So,
now.
so
Want to
it's
serve something.
it's
yeah.
a guy at the Israel of God I used to buy my books from. He was there for many, many years. Egyptology took him away.
You talking about like lately?
No, this is before they built the building.
I'm talking about, but you saying he got taken away by Egyptology now?
Yeah, he gone. He never been back.
Wow.
I mean, he used to sit in the office and conduct, the CDs and DVDs, and I would go up there and get my books from him, right? He was the book. He was my dealer. And I went up there one day looking for him, gone. And he texted me on the phone, and he said that the story of Jesus was already told so many, you know what I'm saying? And I'm like, bro, I said, don't you know that Satan knew the story?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
Satan knew the story.
Yeah, he did.
You fell for that?
You fell for it. You a sucker.
He gone. Yeah.
Well, that was supposed to happen anyways. Jesus said, if you ain't with me, you against me. If you ain't gathering with me, you scatter. You know what I mean? Those that went out from us was never of us. That's what Peter said. So, it's like
Hurtful though. It's real, but
that's go back over there.
Jesus has on cold blooded.
He did, huh? Everybody think he just
For him to say something like that's tough.
that is.
They went for the ones that went out from us was never a part of us.
Well, I think John said that. But hey. Yeah, we is.
But I mean, even if any of them disciples to say that.
Yeah.
I mean, it's even more. It's even colder that they said it.
Right.
But they're, them. Yeah, even Judah.
You know what I'm saying?
That money on their mind.
Yeah.
1 John 2. Hey, man. Let's have it.
What's up, Judah?
What's going on? You all right? we was in the middle of talking. That's why we ain't acknowledge you. I'm sorry. That our manners. First John chapter 2. 1 John chapter 2 and look at verse 19.
They went out from us, but they were not of us. For if they had been of us, they would no doubt have continued with us.
They would have stayed with us if they was of us. Go ahead.
But they went out that they might be made manifest that they were not all of us.
See that? You know what I mean? Like, hey, them boys knew that. So it's like the Lord knew. Buddy was going to get flipped talking about Kemet. I got exposed to that stuff when I was about the twins' age. I never knew. As I thought about it, we was called the children of Kemet. The children of Kemet. It was like I was probably like 7 or 8 years old, and it was kind of like the replacement of Boy Scouts. It was a bunch of fathers. They was mailmen, and they came up with this, and they got like troublesome kids in the neighborhood, and brought them to the cafeteria elementary every couple of nights, and we would go over different terminology dealing with Kemet. Took us to field trip. That was my first time ever going to the Albany Zoo. You know what I mean? I went to the Albany Zoo, got pictures of me with a big boa constrictor on my neck, like Mr.
They almost had you.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say that. I just was, I never knew. Now growing up now, and I'm like, Kemet. I'm like, dang. We was all tied into that, but that's as far as it went coming out from under that. I just looked at it as black dads really trying to help out with, the youth in the community. Which I think was a pretty cool cause. But now, knowing what I know now, trying to plant them seeds. You
So,
know what I mean?
so I remember it was a thing going around in Chicago, and I was going to their studies. They call themselves Islamic Hebrews, which was the crazy. Now looking back on it, it was the craziest thing I ever heard of. Like Islamic Hebrews, so they were Muslims, but they knew they were Hebrews, and the doctrine was a little bit of both, which is totally crazy. And I went to a couple of their study sessions until they started.
You said they call it Islamic Hebrews?
Islamic Hebrews until
That's
they
funny.
started talking about spaceships.
And they probably didn't even understand that Ezekiel 1. They probably trying to talk about spaceships dealing with Ezekiel 1. Yeah, we got to give you the mic.
But you mentioned earlier in your lesson about like Black Greeks, and some of those organizations, they claim to have a Christian foundation or a Christian faith linked to it, and that everything is built on that. And we know that's not the truth, but they may loop in scripture or two or here and there within induction and things like that. But like you said, that's not us. That's not who we are. That's not the story. And like you talked about, what'd you say was called Kemet?
Yeah.
I've heard of it, but I'm not familiar with it at all. But like you said, thinking it's just black fathers and getting the kids and this and that, like having a good morale principle or foundation, and then blending other things into it.
Yup. Cause a little bit of that going at my son's school, and I gotta fend that off. So he already know now, cause it's a private school, and the good side about it, huh? Kemet. Yeah, like the husband, he real big into that. So like I had to let him, like they went on a field trip going to the Mason line. I was like, my son ain't going to that. I was like, you can leave him. Yeah, downtown Jacksonville. Yeah, I was like,
The big building down there.
yeah, I was like, my son ain't going there. My son, he came home. He was like, Dad, we going on a field trip. I was like, where y'all going? He's like, I don't know. Like, so I asked Tiana, where they going? She was like, I don't know, I just signed it. I was like, what? You just signed it? I was like, okay. So the next morning, I just called. I was like, hey, man, I heard y'all going on a field trip. Where y'all going? And he was like, oh, yeah, I'm taking the boys, teach them how to, conduct themselves and how to behave. But we going down to the Masonic building downtown Jackson. I was like, you going where? He was like, to the Masonic. I was like, my son ain't going. I was like, does he have to be at school or? He's like, well, nah, he can come on. He was like, but Mr. Johnson, you gotta let us. I was like, I ain't gotta let you do nothing. I was like, if you want to teach him how to conduct himself, you can take him to a park. You could sit at a park and y'all could discuss this, or but you going where it ain't nothing but spirits of Satan there. I was like, nah, I'm not introducing my son to nothing like that. I was like, and you should be doing that with the other kids either. Like we be going backwards and forth like that. We'll sit on the phone and we'll be having dialogues for about hours, and in his mind, Kim is the same thing as the children of Israel. I was like, no, they not, man. He's Mason, all this. I'm like, dude, I'm like, you a Mason? Well, what you did to become a third-degree Mason?
And that's against God.
I can't really tell you, cause we were talking about his secrets.
You hit him with that?
Yeah,
look,
he
look.
was like,
Hey,
he
DeMarcus.
was like, I can't
DeMarcus.
really, you gotta be into the light.
Yeah,
DeMarcus.
Nah, they
Hey,
gotta
look,
be
I got a
in the
book at
light.
home.
Huh?
I got a book at home, and if you want to know what he know, if you want to know what he know, right? Then all you gotta do is open this book I got and start reading it. What they do, why they do it.
Oh, all right. Yeah.
I'm saying.
Yeah,
so you can tell him that what he doing is some garbage.
Oh, I already know what he doing is wicked. You know what I mean? I was just hitting him with, cause he tried to make it. I told him it was a secret. It's like it ain't a secret. It's information all online. I was like, so how you became a third degree? You gotta be enlightened. Like I thought it was you like why you can't just tell me? You know what I mean? Like if you ask me what it takes to become a CDL driver, I'm gonna tell you word for word, verbatim. I was like, so why can't you tell me what you did to become a third degree? It's a secret, brother. You don't even know what it took Farrakhan to become a 33rd degree. Y'all have secrets within the level of y'all masonry. I was like, yeah, man, like, nah. And I understand y'all on the flat because it's wicked. That's exactly what it is, bro. It's wicked. You know, y'all accept all walks of life. And it's like the higher and higher, like when you become, Farrakhan know what he dealing with. When you get that high in level of masonry, you know you dealing with the devil. It ain't no secret anymore. You know. Right. Right.
Farrakhan know what he doing. He know he's deceiving people,
Yeah, yeah, he know that. He know that. He's the high that's the highest level. 33rd degree?
and that's what like a lot of like actors and things of that nature.
Yeah. Some of them do it. Some of them deal with the boule.
So
You know
so
what I
Heard of
mean?
that,
The
yeah, I
boule
heard of
is the
that.
fraternities and
Okay,
the bourgeoisies. Like, yeah,
okay.
yeah, it's it's
Levels
it's
to all of it.
it's levels to all that wickedness, bro.
so it's supposed to be a whole nother thing beyond the 33rd.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I don't know. I know my uncle denounced it though. He's becoming my favorite uncle now. I never really like that. He stay in Alaska. That he's becoming my favorite uncle. You know, we always be talking. He always be telling me old military war stories, and you know, we sit on the phone. We was talking last night. He was saying, nephew. He was like, cause his thing is he'll hit me with, man, how much you paying on that diesel? Cause he knew I did support Trump. You know, I don't vote. I don't, but I would have went with Trump any day over Kamala. Yeah, you know, so like, but now he's a bonehead. You know what I mean? Like what he's doing is ridiculous. But yeah, yeah,
Well, he's
he's
doing what
yeah
he's
yeah
supposed to do. Yeah.
yeah he's a pawn. You know, but you know he hit me with that message. And how much you paying for diesel, nephew? And so I hit him back. I'm like, would the diesel prices be lower if Kamala was president? So then I was like, me, I believe in the Bible, and a woman to be out front dealing with something to that level, I don't think that's her position. I don't think a woman should be out front in front of a church. I don't, you know, I believe in a certain type of order according to the Bible. So, you know, me and him, we would have a debate, and it'll be still love out, no disrespectful. And that's what he was telling me. He was like, nephew, too many people can't do that. Have a debate and still have same respect for each other afterwards. You know, they be upset. But nah, that's my favorite uncle, man. But he told me he denounced it. He was a Mason, he had to denounce it. He said, yeah, nephew, I had to denounce it because I can't call nobody master or something. He was saying something about he has to address somebody that's higher ranking um, on on a spirit. Yeah, yeah. He was like, I couldn't do that. And I was like, oh, I'm so glad you got away from that because it was satanic. And then he was like, yeah, yep. I started looking into some stuff afterwards, and because usually people do it for advancement in careers, want to be an associate, want to be, um, yeah, you know what I mean. Like that's why a lot of guys do the Q dolls and the Kappas. You know, they want to have that connection where it's a brotherhood. So, but nah, this the best brotherhood there is. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. This is, you know.
The best fraternity ever.
Say it again. Right,
Yeah.
right, right,
Yeah.
right, 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 right. That's true.
Yeah, this the best fraternity we can ever be in.
He said, because Jesus is your God, brother. Yeah, that's true. You know what I mean? So, yeah. Make your way. I thought you had dipped. I was like, that joker don't pull it off. I thought, see, I ain't seen his head over there for a little bit. He must have scooped back that way a little bit. Oh, he went upstairs. Ah, okay, okay. I was like, that Jake don't dip that, and Cam ain't gonna be here. He finna count. So I guess I'm. Nah, I know Cam gotta go. You know what I mean? But I'm like, this joker don't dip that. All right, Hebrew. All right, man. Nah. I gotta get on back quick. Yep. Yep. Nope. All right, bro. I gotta go.
One, two, one, two,
No,
one,
I think
two.
she went over there, Cam. I think she went over there, Cam. You heard me? I think she over there. Y'all ain't got no questions? No comments? He work at a school. He a school teacher.
Yeah, teacher.
What you supposed to say? Pause? Pause. No, I'm saying, but pause. Hey, boy. Hey, put the phone back. Don't chase him with that phone because he going to mess around and drop it. Pause.
We got light company online today.
Nobody has no questions, though.
We closing up.
I'm hungry, too. 20? No, I'm just playing.
That's what I bought for my birthday.
It was 13. It's 7 now.
I bought that for myself for my birthday.
A pizza?
The oven.
Oh, the pizza that made the oven?
Yeah,
That made the pizza?
yeah. It's dual side, 800 degrees.
Okay. Y'all ain't got no questions? So you was thinking of one? Hold on, you got the mic. But you just could
But
hold
you
on
talking,
to it.
you know, they gotta hear what you. You know the rules, Judah. Come on up here, get this mic. Yeah,
You
this
want you
mic.
want two mics? You can hand one to the sister.
Good joke.
It's a nice little phone case. What you got?
What you got, Judah?
Oh, okay, my bad. Over where? Oh,
So
okay, okay.
who do the question? Who do answer the question? Oh, they sent y'all. So y'all got a teacher now? Oh, okay, that's what's up.
Can you
Okay.
go? No, can you go? All right, Sister Bree. All right, little CJ.
Y'all on y'all way now.
Yeah, man.
See y'all later.
Hey, get off the stage. Can you pop him? No, can you pop him?
Ouch.
He laughed.
He took that.
Yeah, he laughed.
He took that.
But go ahead though. You still thinking?
Be nice now. Be nice.
Is it a chauvinistic type of question? Okay, go ahead. I think you ask this every year though.
Yeah, I remember that. Then we do. Yeah. You can't
yeah.
ask. You can't ask that one. You can't ask that one.
Oh, you can. You can.
No, we don't want to hear that.
Yeah, you can ask. It's the same question. Can we eat? Can we eat flesh on the eighth day? Eighth day?
Yeah.
We just doing what we could read though. Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
Where mine at?
These are oils. You can't get no oils.
Where mine at?
Central oils like you light up and you burn them. Don't we burn oils in the house? No.
Come on, man. Cut it out. Come on, you might burn them.
But his eighth day question. His eighth day question. That's his eighth day question. He was talking about can we eat? Can we eat meat on the eighth day? Can you go, Judah? Can you get from up here? Bye. Bye. Well, somebody wanted his number? What? Man, ask the question, man. We ain't got nothing going on.
This is a question.
All right. Sound
On
like
the eighth day,
of Christmas, my true love. No, I'm just playing. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. I'm just
okay,
playing.
so
I was
on
just
the
playing.
eighth day, does the Holy Heavenly Father God come at the start of the eighth day?
You asked this last year, man.
I told you. I told you, but he,
You asked this last year.
but he, no, he asked it a little bit. He asked it a little bit different now. He asked it a little bit different. He said, Does he come when?
Does the Holy Heavenly Father God,
And you're
Come
talking about the
at the
Father,
book.
Father,
that's only
the
one,
Father of
the
lights.
Holy Heavenly Father God,
Does he come when?
does he come at the start of the eighth day?
Let's go and see.
You asked this last year.
It might be the same. He just worded it differently. Revelations 20, Revelation 21. Come on. Oh, you using your Bible app. Revelations 21. You said, does he come at the beginning?
21 on what?
Let's start at 20. Let's start at chapter 20 first. Revelations 20.
21.
Revelations 20 and 7.
He that overcomes shall
Revelations
inherit.
20. Revelations 20. Revelations 20 and verse 7. Judah, get in here, boy.
And when the 1,000 years are expired,
When the 1,000 years are expired,
Satan shall be loosed out of his prison,
so Satan is going to be loosed out of his prison.
and shall go
Hold
out.
on. So Satan loosed. So he did ask this. He just asking it a little differently.
I know he did. No, I didn't.
So yeah. So I would say this is at what? You thinking this like 799? It said it says the 1,000 years are expired. And Satan shall be loosed out of his prison.
Right.
I would say we're going to the 8th day.
God, he answered this first.
It's the 8th day.
Go ahead. Go ahead. You can have. Go ahead.
This is the eighth day. Yeah, this is the eighth day. But New Jerusalem ain't on the earth yet.
All right, we're gonna be waiting for it next year. We're gonna ask you the same thing next year. We're gonna be
What you
waiting.
think? What do you think? But I'm just saying, won't you just share? That's rain?
That's when.
Okay. Won't you? But can you just share with us what you think, though? You ain't even got to say it on the mic.
No, wait. Hold on. Oh, he got it. Well,
Okay. We just want to hear what he think.
all right, all
He
right.
ain't gonna sit it on the mic, so. Right. I answered it. Okay. Are we going to hell? Simeon.
Yeah, yeah.
You want some of this?
Well, yeah, yeah.
I'm gonna save you some. I'm gonna save you some. Jeez. We ain't gonna
Oh
just,
my goodness
we ain't
gracious.
gonna just sit here and just munch them all up. I have a question. Can you eat rice, pasta during Feast of Unleavened Bread?
Yes.
Yes, you can, brother. Yes, you can, brother. It's the Feast of Unleavened Bread.
Do you know I haven't gotten any unleavened bread yet?
Yeah, we we
I want
we
to get some tonight.
we'll hand
I'm
them
gonna
out.
make some. Make
Are you
my
gonna make your own?
Yeah.
Well, we're just gonna get one box then. We're gonna get one little thing for every.
Put some cinnamon and sugar and raisins.
Nah, he ain't get me. He ain't get me, brother Nate. He be he
Okay.
be he be
Okay.
asking these little trick questions.
All right.
Yeah,
Okay, yeah, I'm
but
gonna
nah,
make
yeah, you can eat rice, pasta. You know, like I
honey
said,
molasses.
it's the what now?
So let me tell you what the brother did in North Carolina. He took the unleavened bread sheets and he put it in the oven. And put them in the oven. It got hot. Brought them out of the oven. He put some
We
white
we finna,
chocolate chips.
we gonna let them finish expounding on this, and we gonna deal
And
with
put some nuts.
deal with yo.
Yeah, yeah.
So let's deal with this right quick. So
What's that? You got a question?
well he know he say some say we can't eat rice and pasta. All right. So
Feast of unleavened bread.
right. So let's look at right. We ain't getting rid of agents.
Hey, who's that? If brother, you want to throw your rice away, bring it over to my house.
See, yeah, he in New York though.
Oh, okay, all right.
Yeah, he in New York.
I would-
Yeah, she
Okay.
did.
You
She
did that.
did. We did. We
So you
did.
learned. I mean,
Yeah, we did.
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, we did. We did that. But then as you
Everybody did that. Everybody.
right, just to
You
be
learn
safe.
better. Yeah, you like all my groceries. Dang.
Go to Exodus 23 real quick.
Exodus 23.
Yep. Like we're not talking about things that can become that maybe like tater chips. Like we're not talk like the Bible is talking about unleavened bread, and I like the feast of unleavened bread because it really puts us on our game when serving God, because we making sure we got all the perimeters crossed, right? We making sure we trying to clear out all the breadcrumbs from in the vehicles to the couches if you got kids to all of that. And really that's reminding you of you still got sin in you. You know what I mean? Like we look, and I'm not saying you, Nate. I'm just saying we sometimes look past the idea. Close the door.
No, I'm just thinking. You just reminded me. I
Yeah.
got some old garlic knots in the freezer.
Yeah. So we really like self-examining ourselves when we like frisking for here, sweeping up under the
Yeah.
bed, all this and that. We really self-examining ourselves. So that's really what the whole feast is really pointing towards. It's really pointing towards, you know, do we still have sin in us? So the Lord ain't making it so complicated to where, is that bread? I don't think so. It might be, it might not be. No, the Lord is talking about bread. He ain't talking about no rice cakes. He ain't talking about no certain type of potato chips. He ain't man, exactly. He ain't talking about eggs. He ain't talking, cause I don't heard somebody say, "Hey man, we gotta get rid of the eggs." I'm like, what? I'm like, I make scrambled eggs with eggs. I don't make bread out of eggs. You know what I mean? Like, seriously, you getting rid of your baking soda, that's good toothpaste
It
by
sure is.
itself.
It sure is.
You know what I mean? Like, all these things by themselves don't do anything, even with the flour. Now, you don't want to deal with the self-rising flour, you know. But even with certain type of flours, even with the self-rising flour, you got to add something to that in order to make it rise.
Right.
Because if you put self-rising flour on a sheet in the oven by itself, it ain't doing nothing. See, with self-rising flour, all you need to do is just add a little bit of water. You ain't got to add, eggs, baking soda, this and that. You just add water because, for the most part, all of those additives are already inside of the self-rising flour. But even with that, like, it's not gonna do anything if you just put it on a sheet and throw it in the oven. It ain't gonna
Right.
do nothing. So look at this Exodus 23 though. Exodus 23 and read 14 and 15 for me, my brother.
23. 3 times thou shalt keep the feast until me in the year.
Yep.
Thou shalt keep the feast of unleavened bread.
Thou shalt keep the feast of unleavened bread. Go
Thou
ahead.
shalt eat unleavened bread
Yep.
7 days,
Yep.
as I commanded thee, in the time appointed of the month of Abib.
For what?
For in it thou canst out of Egypt, and none shall appear before me empty.
Now look at what the Lord said. We supposed to eat bread. We're not supposed to eat. I'm sorry. Thou shalt eat unleavened bread, but you're not supposed to eat leavened bread for 7 days. Like the Lord is talking about bread. That's what he's talking about. He's talking about bread, like cookies, donuts,
Crackers.
crackers, like light bread, wheat bread, hot cross buns. You know what I mean? like, like you never saw that. They nasty. They
never
so
seen it?
nasty.
Did I actually show the picture of those?
Yeah, we did.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right,
yeah,
all right,
yeah.
all right.
So like the Lord, that he's talking about bread. You know what I mean? He ain't talking about the agents.
Yeah.
He ain't talking about the ingredients. He's making simplicity is in Christ. He's making it simple to really evaluate yourself. Go to 1 Corinthians 5 real quick. You really supposed to accept. Like I said, I like unleavened bread because seriously, it gets me to thinking. Unleavened bread and atonement, right? it put me on my game, far as in like, man, how am I serving God? Like, am I 1 Corinthians 5? Am I really, doing what I need to be doing by the Lord? And like the fifth day, I mess around and get in my truck, and up under my steering wheel is a piece of bread. Up under my gas pedal is a piece of bread. I'm like, for real? Yeah, 1 Corinthians 5. So now I look at myself, dang, bro, I still got sin in me. You know what I mean? Like I still, got issues within myself that I need to be better by. But look at this 1 Corinthians 5 though. 1 Corinthians 5, start at verse 1 for me. Go ahead, bro.
It is reported commonly that there is fornication among you,
That is fornication among you. Go ahead.
and such fornication as it is not so much as named among the Gentiles,
Go ahead.
that one should have his father's wife,
Yep.
and ye are puffed up.
Now look at what Paul said. We're talking about fornication. You give me a water, somebody. You want a water?
I do. Please.
Send one of them kids. Send Zuri to go get it. Zuri, go get 2 bottles of water, please. I guess your mom just wanted to go. All right, that's cool. So
Getting all the good stuff.
look at what look. I want room temperature. What you want?
All right, it don't matter. It don't
Okay.
either or.
So look at what he's talking about. He's talking about fornication, but he's saying what? And you are puffed up. He ain't talking about fornicating is puffed up. Nah, he's just talking about your mind. Because he said, well, you're puffed up and what?
And have not rather mourned that he that have done this deed
Yep.
might be taken away.
So you ain't even like concerned about how detriment this deed is. Like you not even considering the fact that, fornication is going on in the church. Thank you, sweetie. Fornication is going on in the church, and like y'all ain't even dealing with this matter. What is it in verse 3 now?
For I verily, as absent in the body, but present in the spirit,
Yep.
have judged already, as though I were present, concerning him that so done this deed.
You see that, Paul? Like, boy, hey, I don't judge this situation as if like I was there on spot. Hey, y'all got to keep it down. Keep it down. All right, thank you. Right? So he's saying, man, I don't judge this matter as if like I was there on spot, right? Because he said what? I'm absent in the body, but I'm present in spirit, and I've judged the matter. Right? Verse 5.
And the, you mean 4?
4, I'm sorry, yep.
In the name of our Lord Jesus Christ, when ye are gathered together in my spirit with the power of our Lord Jesus Christ.
Skip down and read 6 for me, though. Go ahead.
6. Your glorifying is not good.
Yep.
Know ye not that a little leaven leaveneth the whole lump?
You see that? A little leaven the whole lump. He talking about a little bit of sin. That little bit of sin is going to ruin the whole body, right? And this is what the Lord is more so getting us to emphasize on when coming into this feast day. It's a reflective of yourself. How you walking with God, right? Is your mind still this type of way? Have you put away that type of sin? Right? Like, are you, like that's what we are to be doing when keeping the Feast of Unleavened Bread, right? Because what it say in verse 7 now?
Purge out therefore the old leaven,
That what?
ye may be a new lump,
Yep.
as ye are unleavened.
For what?
For even Christ, our Passover, is sanctified for us.
Sacrifice.
Sacrifice, excuse me.
You see that?
For us.
You say Christ, look at what it's. Hey, immediately after unleavened bread, or immediately after the Passover is unleavened bread. But look at what he said. Hey, Christ is the Passover sacrifice for us, right? Keep reading verse 8.
Therefore, let us keep the feast not with old leaven.
Now, see what he said? Not with old leaven. Not talking about old bread. You know what I mean? Don't keep the feast with that old light bread. But what?
Neither with leaven of malice and wickedness.
Now look at what leaven of malice and wickedness. Have you ever looked into the ingredients of bread? It will never say malice or wickedness. You know what I mean? Because that's not one of the ingredients. Just letting you know, we talking about self-reflecting on yourself. So the Lord is making it just that obvious that we dealing with bread. Like we not talking about agents. We not talking about rice. We that's not what we talking. Pasta. That's not what we talking about. So it says, neither with the leaven of malice and wickedness, but what?
Uh, but with the unleavened bread of sincerity and truth.
You see that? We talking about walking upright. That's what Paul is getting at, walking upright. So, Nate, it ain't, man, you can eat you some rice and pasta. You want to add to that, bro?
No, you good.
Okay.
I mean, it's just, you know, you appreciate the zeal to try to get it right. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, it's the feast of unleavened bread. So
Right. And yeah, I would. Now that part, Nate, yeah, I would fry the chicken in all-purpose flour. I wouldn't fry it in self-rising because that's gonna turn that self-rising into breaded. So yeah, I would fry the chicken in all-purpose. Yes, sir. Yep. Yeah, you're right, Cam. He got to say it in the mic. We kind of gave Judah a little pass just for that moment. Huh? He said
you said something, but it wasn't in the mic.
about the eighth day. Well, stop talking like that, boy. Any other questions? Thanks, brother Cam, for the oil of essence.
Oil. I don't guess I should have no more, but
Yeah, you might not need none.
yeah.
You and her. You and her. She'll eat the whole bag if I left it. Nah, she wouldn't.
Boom, boom, boom.
Blood sugar be on
Under the bus, for real.
be on 900. No, it ain't.
I guess we can close this one out.
Yeah, cause nobody ain't got none. Hold on. It says
Start my birthday celebration.
you say I can fry chicken with flour,
Start my birthday celebration.
or no. Yeah, you can fry. You can fry it with flour, just like you just said, all-purpose flour. Don't do it with self-rising flour. What's shake and bake?
They still make that?
Um, for real? You can buy it in the store.
I forgot what it tastes like.
Do you shake and bake it like in the paper bag? Man, nobody don't shake chicken in no paper bag no more. Man, nobody don't do that no more. Plastic bags, see? Right,
Yeah,
right.
yeah. I remember that.
Yeah, that's no
Yeah.
problem,
Now they
bro.
trying to
Just
kill us.
just don't do it how you normally do it now. Don't be whipping no eggs up
Yeah.
and dipping your chicken in the eggs and then dipping it. Don't be doing all of that, man. You know what I mean? Like, because you ain't trying to turn it. Because it's gonna, like I said, if it's all purpose, I mean, if it's self rising, that stuff gonna turn into bread. No, it ain't. It's gonna be unleavened bread though. But the self rising is gonna be leavened. It's gonna turn into leavened bread.
Yeah.
The all purpose is just gonna be unleavened. And then she get it from you. I'm just playing.
Hey, you been seeing how Iran has been dealing with Israel. They've been giving them the business,
They
boy.
been giving them the business.
The
Iran,
business. You hear
they
me?
got them drone missiles and all that, don't
Yeah, man. They've been giving them the business. And Russia, Russia helping Iran,
they? Yeah, taking out them little.
telling them installations. One over there, knocking them out. Now they don't see them coming as good as they was. Yeah. And the guy said, his city Jew said uh, that he was talking about troops on the ground. That the world need to gotta die for Israel because we the chosen people.
Yeah, nah.
I was like,
It's crazy as
he said that. He
heck. Heck
actually
nah.
said that with a straight face.
Them boys crazy. They some Zionists.
Yeah, yeah, with a straight face.
I heard they ain't a good move if they putting troops on the
It's
ground
not a
because
good move.
because
Iran
Iran is
is
like
one of
in
the most
mountains.
hospitable places that you can ever go to try to fight. They are really protected by mountains,
That right, the
mountainous
terrains.
regions. Yeah, the terrain.
The terrain is
Yeah, yeah, they have. Yeah, that's
for
why.
us.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
40 years ago. Yeah.
man. They got them drones. They got them drones and missiles underground.
Right. They instigating like America was doing with Ukraine and Russia.
No, you can hear 'em. You can hear 'em. They like boat motors. They loud. Like a lawnmower, you know what I'm saying? You can hear 'em. Yeah, yeah.
Mm.
And they can't shoot. I mean, they can shoot them down, but it costs $3 million every time they
Yeah, they
shoot them.
losing. Yeah, they the defense is losing.
30, 50. I wish I
The
had one
the
of them to play with. 'Cause, I
ain't they
like to
pretty
fly
big though?
drones. Yeah, they
Like they
are.
pretty like they probably like the size of this table or a little bit
Probably,
bigger.
probably, or yep, or half the table
Yeah.
with the wingspan, but still.
See, they using so much money. We using so much money to defend ourselves, and they using less money to equip themselves. But them boys already been sitting on like
Stockpiling.
Iran already been stockpiling like, and then far as in with what they got with, cause they big on cyber wars, so they
Yeah, they hacked the FBI's director's personal email. You know that, and put pictures all on the internet. Well, how embarrassing. Yeah, look it up. They hacked his email address.
yeah, man, I hope it's done before that.
Oh, what's that?
It ain't gonna be done, but I'm just saying like
You talking
these
about the temple built in the Lord back?
nah, I'm talking about this diesel prices going up and
Oh yeah.
who? You said what now? You talking about who? What you mean he can't leave off? Oh, you talking about convicted war crimes? Yeah.
Well, Netanyahu going to jail too. He going to jail too. Netanyahu. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But no,
They
he in trouble at home. The war crimes aside, he in trouble at home. Oh
Oh
yeah.
yeah. What Trump did, like they blew up the school with the they blew up that school with them
Yeah.
kids. that's illegal. Hold on, you gotta talk in the mic. Can you talk in
Yeah,
the
man,
mic
you
with
put
all
this
of that?
going on and on. Come
Can
on, bro.
somebody hand him a mic
Please.
and I get one? The big one. What was the big one you had?
Your wife took like 10 of these in the hand, so you.
Dang. After you put it in your hand already? You don't let nobody do that to you? But you gonna give it back to him? Oh, you ain't got no more in there?
Told her she ate about 15 of them.
But that mean it ain't no more though?
Ain't them up.
You don't want to share it. I just want one.
What? Ain't none in there.
Oh, it's empty. Oh, you just ate the last one too. Them the sour ones, ain't it? Nah, they taste good though. That's all. My breath might stink, bro. I eat an ear of garlic every morning. Somebody at the front door. Is it locked? Okay, well let Tiana. Can you let him go? Jeez. So
It's a girl.
she told Zion to come here. Y'all get from that door. Did he open the door? He ain't open the door, did he? Okay. Go.
What she want?
The door locked, so it don't matter.
Okay.
Man, we about to close that.
You ready?
Nobody got no questions?
Going once. Going twice. Going. Going. Going.
Huh?
Gone. All right, let's go. Let's close out.
All right.
Our Father which art in heaven,
Our Father which art in heaven,
hallowed be thy name.
hallowed be thy name.
Thy kingdom come.
Thy kingdom come.
Thy will be done.
Thy will be done
In earth
in earth
as it is in heaven.
as it is in heaven.
Give us this day our daily bread.
Give us this day our daily
And
bread,
forgive us our debts.
and forgive us our debts
As we forgive our debtors.
as we forgive our debtors.
And lead us not into temptation,
And lead us not into temptation,
but deliver us from evil.
but deliver us from evil.
For thine is the kingdom,
For thine is the kingdom,
and the power,
and the power,
and the glory,
and the glory
forever.
forever.
Praise the Lord.
Praise the
For
Lord,
he is good.
for he is
And
good,
his mercy endure forever.
and his mercy endures forever.
Praise the God of praise the Lord God of Israel.
Praise the Lord God of Israel,
For he is good.
for he is good,
And his mercy endure forever.
and his mercy endures forever.
In Jesus' name we pray.
In Jesus' name we pray.
The Holy One of Israel.
The Holy One of Israel,
The King of Kings.
the King of
And
kings,
the Lord of Lords.
and Lord of lords,
The one true God.
the one true God,
And there is no other.
and there is no other.
Amen.
Amen. Micah, stop the feed.